You need me to redeem a dad joke?
Nope.
Posture check. Take a drink of water.
I created my own dad joke the other day. I dreamed about it. And then I woke up and I'd forgotten it. Then later that night, I remembered it again.
Oh.
So,
this is quite the story. It better be good.
This is part of the dad joke. Harley already heard this, so Harley, pretend you haven't heard this before. So did you hear about what Subway's been doing? Now, when you go in there and they write your name, like they literally write your name and ingredients on the sub, on your sandwich when you get your sandwich. YouTubers have been going crazy for this because all they want is subscribers.
That's a good YouTube joke.
Oh, man. That was good.
Now, Francisco, that's not the kind of reaction I want out of my dad jokes.
He went.
That was
wow.
Good. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I give it a wow.
Apparently, the first line of the stream was death fetish. the first thing that made it through.
All right, we got a new character tonight. Eric, I have a request that you make your name. Do you have a name yet?
I'll do that right now.
Okay, I request a name somewhere between after SE something and before ZE. That way, I don't have to move you around in the... Because I've been needing to move you around in my frame for a long time, and I haven't done it.
Topo of the Chica.
That's why you're Ulf still.
Between Saren and Zarek. That's what's happening.
Right now, I'm Big Thicky Bobo's character. Do we want to crowdsource the name? Chat?
You can be Starik. Fit in between the two there.
Zarik's brother.
This Thursday thing has got me out of whack. This is now week 3, and I have not updated the session log.
What's wrong with you?
What a failure.
I know.
I was looking forward to
What
it.
kind of YouTuber are you?
I know. Shameful. Not a Discord,
Brother.
I guess. Or the overlays. That's right. I'm not the overlays list either. Yeah. That's right. It still says Tabletop Friday. I was going to do that today, and I didn't.
My question is, does it still say Ulf?
No, it says Aroc. It's a different font because I couldn't remember what font I used last time.
Perfect.
Ugh, you gotta keep track of these kind of things, dude.
Well, I thought I saved it. I had it saved separately, like a separate.
Can I pick my own font for the next one?
Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah.
Nice.
That's the perk. If you die, you get your own font.
That can be your name. Times New Roman.
You can be Sarif.
It even fits between the S and the Z.
Fit in the.
I don't want to be Sarif.
Is it Sarif or Serif? How do you say it?
Comics. Nobody wants to be Comic Sans.
Comic Sans. Yeah.
Poor Comic Sans.
All right, now I gotta remember what happened last time. So, I remember one event that happened last time. It's D&D time. Start that off.
Yeah.
You guys what happened at the very beginning.
We're trekking through the woods, and the DM was trying to emphasize this point that it's dangerous to go outside of cities. Outside of towns, it's wild lands. It's dangerous stuff out there, lots of scary beasts. The DM calculated the danger levels of the beasties and the threat meter that he needed to do at that time. And there was some consequences to that.
Funnily enough, we talked about this. Me and Isaac, I was thinking about building a caster, and which I did, and I was like, I don't think he's adjusting the saves of the stuff we're fighting, which means my spell save DC is total crap, and everything has an amazing dex save or whatever.
Nice save right there, Eric. Love it.
Thanks.
You almost did it.
I almost did it, but I caught it.
So, you had a fight. Everyone died but the sneaky rogue. One person really died. We lost Aroc. We knew him so well. And now he's gone. Saren said some nice words. Things like, I wish I was there to help with the fight.
I really
okay,
like the party
so he's already said stuff. Okay, cool. I don't have to.
I think it was something along the lines of, I'm sure Joe would say something nice here. Imagine that.
Imagine this.
I gotta fix my bot. It's still yammering on about things.
We buried him outside of this town.
You're playing Common Hood.
To say some words since he was the cleric.
You stumbled into town, and you found the town overrun with refugees and just people on the streets everywhere. The town crammed full of people. Saren was here before, and it was not crammed. It was a little port town. Now it's overcrowded little port town. There's been some missing folks. You went and you talked to Rala, the cobbler, who is part of the bond. Who Elradar has told you to go chat with. I think is who he mentioned with. You chatted with him. He said he was a little grumpy about Yendra, who you are here to find, and about how she went around talking with some folks. She talked with the guard. She talked with the harbor worker. She murdered a harbor worker, and then she disappeared. You also Heartshaker and found some Goliaths. And there was some Goliaths that all had the same experience. You met a Goliath. I don't remember his name, but you met a Goliath.
It's going well already.
I don't have my name list up. Like the most important thing is just have that name list, and I didn't have it up. You met a Goliath. I'm sure Francisco remembers.
Who? The one that was the survivor from the...
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
What you're supposed to say.
Who is Entar? I have Entar written down with no information about who it is.
Entar was, you found out who Yendra was going to see.
Going to see?
That's where we left off. We left off with you guys are going to go
that's
see
why
if you can
there's no
find
information.
Entar.
I love these. I love these name generator names. They're great sometimes.
Yendra was his name. Hang on, I gotta get my name list pulled up.
Goder Sun Cheeks.
Please make that your name.
Goder Sun Cheeks.
That's me, Goder Sun Cheeks.
Oh, you went to go chat
My name
with
is Goder.
Eloma, the old farmer lady, who saw a big wolf. She was worried about the wolf. She also had the quest to go out and kill the imps. Or the bandits. Go kill the bandits. Bring your ears back. She's crazy. You gave her a journal and told her all things are going to be well. That it? Saren met Rin, someone he saw that he knew from east, from nearby his home. Rin.
Oh wait, his name was Hugh.
Hugh, that's right, Hugh.
Yeah, 3rd of 5.
Yeah.
Was it Phillips Hugh? Is that what his name was?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hugh.
he was a
wrote it
Borg.
down.
He was a board.
You met Rin, who lived in the farmlands, kind of nearby where you grew up, or where you were, and he said some things about how the Blizzard folks came in and just sort of took over the place. They were able to escape. He was away, so a few of them got away, and he hasn't seen your sisters. And you left off going to go find Entar. Entar was the name you're looking for. So you guys are in the town of Port... Did that make any sense? You guys are in the town of Port Illidan. Let's start from the beginning. Eric's dead. You're in Port Illidan. There's missing folks. Somebody saw a wolf a couple times. A couple different folks saw a wolf. And people be missing, and you're looking for Yendra. The last clue you had for Yendra, other than the fact that she murdered a dock worker named San, is that she was going to speak with someone named Entar.
Do I know where that was?
If I did tell you, I'm going to say it now. You saw that chat happening in the Sanguine Seal Tavern down the street.
I still got no context. Like, my brain can't remember what happened.
Yeah, there was a lot of like little bitty story bits that I haven't quite all pieced together. And I was sitting down to prepare for this, and I was like, I don't remember what happened. How do I link this one in there? How do I link this? So I had to remember how I linked these things. I had it all figured out last time, but I got to figure it out.
So, who was the person I talked to in I think the general store? The other person that saw the wolf?
You saw someone in the general store who, the person who saw the bum get,
Susan.
Yeah, she's one who gave the, who went to
Julek.
go asking about the guy missing. The sheriff's like, I don't know who this person. It's no big deal. Remember, the sheriff is kind of like he doesn't care. Kind of he's overwhelmed by all this stuff. Let's see, got that all in there, and there you go. Everything clear. Enon was a guard you chatted with. Enon was part of the bond that you found.
Yeah.
And a guard. Yendra was in the cobbler talking to Rala, asking about where the money's going. It seemed to be her thing she was angry about. Zarik had a little run-in with some sea folk, and he tried to get in a fight with 1 hit point. But the DM didn't want to kill off 2 characters in one night, so the police came.
So the police came.
Yes.
Okay, give me this. Who gave me the name Entar? Was that Enon?
Enon did.
Okay. 'Cause I was asking
He
about
gave you
Yendra,
Entar because
like,
Entar. I don't remember what it was. Entar. So Entar is a. They're like they go out and go to dig sites. They're like, what do you call them? They're diggers.
Archaeologists?
excavator.
Yeah, not necessarily archaeologists.
Grants like me.
But
He's a digger.
he saw her talking to Entak, a group of diggers that came back in town a while back. Thanks for following, Bodo.
Okay, but I don't know where this Entar is.
He's in the Sanguine Seals where he hangs out.
Sanguine
It's
Seal.
where his gang of diggers live or hang out.
Okay. All right, so we have. Oh,
God dang
man,
it.
so much. We have, as far as Saren's thing, we think that his sisters are potentially still where they were, but possibly under duress or slave control of some kind.
Yeah, some sort of
We
under
have-
lizard folk control.
We have Krog's potential big bad is there. Someone's maybe going to launch an attack on that.
They think Big Bad might be
And
in the farmlands.
yeah.
And we have Yendro, who I still have to talk to. My lead currently is Entar, who's in this town still.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Is that clear for everyone?
Choices.
Starting next week, 1 quest only. There'll be no other side quests. Start railroading you
What are you
guys.
talking about? That's all we did in the last campaign.
Yeah, literally.
It was just side quests to the campaign.
What I'm saying is it's just it
Every
ended on.
time someone opened their mouth, we were like, "We'll do that for you."
I know it's
Whatever.
you plan these things out as a DM and like I want it to feel like it's an open world. They can go do whatever they want. I don't want to do whatever they want, but I want them to focus on the main story. But I'm going to give them little plot hooks to make them feel like, ooh, that's exciting because the world does things over there. Every time they mentioned anything, you guys are like, well, we're going to go do that. Your mom's over
It
there
all
dying
seemed
in the
really
cave
important
across the
stuff.
street. Well, but this guy is missing his coin purse. We got to go help him out.
Oh man.
I really hate it when I misplace my coin purse. I know how that feels.
I know how that feels. That's rough.
My mom will be fine.
Well, she's the main story, so she'll wait for us before she dies.
In fact,
Skyrim.
I
We just
did-
level up forever, and then when we go save her, it's really easy.
that specific quest, you laugh, but I did that. I gave you Francisco and David's dad.
Yeah.
You guys were like, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It was like,
They were the one.
whatever
that was
they're
like,
gonna do, it's already
fine."
done.
So, yeah,
They can do about that.
it was their choice, not our choice. Do you want to go save your dad? And they were like, he's probably already dead.
Francisco can do what he wants. I'm a little concerned about David not being concerned about his dad.
Oh
If you
no.
get kidnapped, the police are going to be like, "Do you have any clues for us?" And nah, he's probably already dead. Just forget about it.
Yes. That's how we rolled.
All right.
So,
That's
setting the
how we
scene,
roll.
you guys are in Port Illidan. It's very packed
Is that where we are?
around here. There's just like it's like Disneyland on a Saturday afternoon.
Oh.
People everywhere.
Sounds horrible.
That does sound horrible.
There's the occasional guard or police in town. The deputies are doing all they can, they're shouting what they can to try to keep order, and it's mostly organized around here. But
Deputy.
you guys are standing in the middle of town. It's just like you got one big street, all the stores kind of in that one street, and then tents kind of popped up everywhere around walls outside the town.
Did we get a long rest at any point?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. You guys stroll into the Sanguine Seal. I'll start this off. You stroll into the Sanguine Seal. That's where we ended last time.
Okay.
And sitting in the corner, you see four humans, and they match the description of what you would think a group of diggers would be. I don't know the term for a digger. They're not archaeologists, but folks that go out and dig things.
Mm-hmm.
They've got shovels. They've got their bags and their packs, and they're covered in dirt.
Slaves.
No. This
They're
okay,
49ers.
There you go.
They're like,
Yeah.
they're like prison workers. They're just shoveling all day for no reason, digging ditches.
How about a 49er?
and you see them sitting in the corner around a table, looking a little bit. This tavern is very busy. No tables open, but they are in a corner spot.
Maybe looking pretty haggard.
Looking pretty down. Looking like
Oh, prospectors. There you go.
Prospectors.
Wild Harling. Yeah.
yeah, that's good.
Kelsey Grammer can play it.
They're prospecting. I don't know that song. So
What? No,
I don't know the Kelsey Grammer.
this
Frasier
is Toy
used-
Story. He was the
Prospector.
prospector.
Okay. I was thinking Frasier.
prospector. Which one's
Either
that?
Frasier or some captain from a prior timeline.
Okay. Who all's there with me?
Everybody's there.
Hey, you guys, what? I'm feeling a lot better this week.
I'm glad to hear it.
I don't have a tummy ache. It's great. But while I was over there hurling in the bushes, my back kind of got.
Yeah, it is.
Screwing up my back hurling. All right, I'm gonna walk. We'll walk over to the table.
Okay.
Is one of you Entar?
So one of them looks up at you and says, "Entar's gone missing."
Great.
Well, it sounds like we need to go find my sisters then.
You know where Entar went?
No. But I'll tell you what happens. Just to get this thing started. It
Thanks.
says, strangest thing last night. I was sitting in our room upstairs. And Entar got up to go pee or something. I don't know. And, it woke me up. I couldn't get back to sleep. And I was looking out the window. And Entar, I saw him cross the street. And went straight into the key maker's shop. The old key maker shop, the abandoned one across the street over there. I saw him walk
There's
in
an-
there.
There's an abandoned shop in this really crowded city.
Is that funny?
Yes. I wouldn't think it would stay abandoned for very long. And he never came out?
Never came out. I went looking. Nothing in there. Just a haggard old building, burned or something. I tried talking to the sheriff, but nothing.
Yes, he's not very...
Name's Asilit, by the way.
The sheriff's name is Asilit?
No, my name's Asilit.
Oh, okay. How would one go about spelling that name?
Esylit. My father was a fancy name generator.
Ah.
That's quite a name for your father.
All right.
So these guys sitting here, you can see they all kind of look the same, but they've got like the gear of someone who goes out and does dig jobs.
Any of you know anyone by the name of Yendra?
Yeah, I know that name. She elf, right?
Yes.
Yeah, her and Entar, they went at it a month ago or so. She was all riled up, but we can't disclose our business partners or what we It's part of the job.
What job is that?
Someone asks us to go get something, we get it. You need something, we get.
No, I'm all right. Okay, thank you for the info. And I will head out. And I'm gonna stand out there and just take a good long look at this key shop.
So it's like attached. It's kind of like an old timey, like a old Route 66 town. So they're all basically like most of them are attached together. This one's on the end, and it's just kind of it's been burned out. It's still in one piece, but you can see the charred black remains of a fire. There is a door on it. Door shut. It's not a complete like the fire was put out before it all completely burned down. But it's just a nasty old building. Little bitty building. You going inside of it?
I want to look outside first.
Okay. Go through the wave of people outside and give me a investigation check.
First roll. Woo. 7.
Footprints all over the place.
Okay. I guess we're checking this out.
Seems like it.
I'll open the door. Try to open the door.
Okay. Door opens. Kind of dank and swampy smelling in there, but it's just a charred out building. There's a back door room open, and there's a bunch of cabinets on the walls, but it's been stripped of anything of use.
Footprints in here.
Yes. You find several footprints in here.
Can I tell which way they're going?
They're going all over.
Can I do
Okay.
like a survival check to try and track some sort of a pattern?
An individual footprint?
Yeah.
Could maybe you see if any of them were recent?
Yeah, give me survival.
Ooh, 25.
You see one thing that stands out to you as you're following these footprints around. You catch the prints of dog prints, big dog prints inside this building, and they are back and forth. You can't really get which way, but they go to the back room.
Well, there's dog prints over here. Going to that room. You want to check that out?
Very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's mentioned that they had seen a very large dog. So I will go back there as quietly as possible and follow those prints to the back room and try to open it.
Okay. That back room door is open. You go back in there. Mostly trash, like crates that have crumbled. And in the left side of the room, it's really small, like a little 10 by 10 room. The left side of the room is crates that have crumbled. The right side of the room is just like a big wall cabinet.
Open the cabinet.
Sorry, like a bookcase, not a door cabinet, but a bookcase. Shelves. Shelving cabinet.
Where do the prints go in here?
Give me a they're kind of all around. Go and give me an investigation.
Got it.
Nice.
16. Okay. So you find the prints seem to go like to the cabinet and stop.
Okay, it looks like this probably something behind this cabinet.
While you're investigating, you follow the tracks, you follow the cabinets. You see on the side of the cabinet there's like a little string on the base of the cabinet that goes into the wall. At the very base of the cabinet, just a little string goes in the wall. It stands out to you because it's
It looks like my obvious thing is this opens the thing. Can I check it for traps first?
Yeah. Give me I'll take your one you've got. Yeah, that you're thinking not that this opens it, but that might be some sort of alarm system if it does open. If this moves, that
Okay.
might be a trigger of some kind.
Can I disarm that?
You can try.
Is it possible?
Guidance.
Is this a sleight of hand check or what is it?
These tools.
Yeah, it's gonna be a thieves' tools check.
Okay. These tools would be same as dex save. So here you go. With guidance, that's not great. 12.
Explodes in your face.
Okay, so you go to you try to unhook this little string, and you get it. It slides out of the door pretty easily. Out of the cabinet. Doesn't seem to set anything off. It was easy.
It seemed too easy. Is there anywhere any like latches or anything for this thing to slide, or does it look like it just slides? Is there a big slide divot in the dirt in here?
Yes. Now that you know that it does that, then yeah, you spot it.
Okay. Does it look like it's on a hinge or something, or does it look like it just brute force got to move it?
Looks like brute force.
Krog?
I help.
Guidance.
I hope too.
Do I just roll strength?
I am not strong.
Just give me an athletics check.
Okay, hold
I hope.
on.
Guidance.
I'm gonna hold
So,
out.
yeah, I suddenly feel strong.
I'm gonna get my hand crossbow at the ready for whatever might be behind this.
You said athletics, right? Ooh. Oh wait. Was so 13?
Ooh,
Okay.
22.
So you're struggling over there, Krog, but Zarik comes around and helps you out, and then you guys both slide this thing.
It's the low
Nice.
center of gravity.
Yeah, that's what it was. And you manage to slide this thing out of the way. And there is a
Okay.
hole stuck in the bottom part. It's kind of a tight fit. It's certainly a tight fit for Goliath. Zarik will fit in just fine. And it goes diagonally down into the ground.
Okay.
Sword and shield out. No, I'll go down
You
slowly.
have to like squeeze through this hole. You don't have to squeeze so much, but everyone else is going to have to squeeze through this hole. Who's going first?
I'll go down first.
We'll go last.
I'll keep an eye out for traps.
You see that string that you had attached to it? It is like dangling. You see it where it was attached to the door, and it's just kind of loosely dangling along the wall. As you step down in there, it's just this 5-foot tall dirt circular hole, tunnel, and just darkness that leads into darkness. And on the wall, you can see this string that leads along the wall, which is loose, not taut.
I think that's good.
Don't worry,
Alright.
it is. It's pretty dark in here.
Yeah, very dark.
All right, I will go ahead and use Eyes of Night. Everybody has 300 feet of dark vision.
Nice.
That helps. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. What's your marching order into this pit?
I'm first.
I'm last.
Yes, I'll go after Zarik.
As you guys start start climbing into here.
Crumbling. Is that a Freudian slip?
Crumbling into,
Get back, everyone!
you hear the door behind you open,
Oh.
and in steps a little halfling. Eric, why don't you describe us?
Oh,
Oh,
Your character.
snap.
I was making my character on Hero Forge right now. I am a stout halfling. What is there to describe? I'm just a little dude. That's it.
What do you look like?
All my stuff. Well, I was working on that.
What are you wearing?
Cut me off. I'm wearing very light clothing because I look really extremely frail.
You
Oh,
Not even
man.
holding my
Very strong.
stuff. There's like a bag floating in the air behind me.
A breeze comes and he falls over.
Yeah, I am seriously like light as a feather.
Oh man.
There's a bag floating behind you.
Yeah, I can cast Mage Hand at will with my telekinetic feat, and my Mage Hand can hold more weight than me.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm
anyway,
wearing very light leather armor, and you'll see what I look like as soon as I get done making this character.
Or now gonna look like Tiny the gnome.
The cat knows what I look like.
Oh.
Come on, Jack.
Oh.
Love that, don't you?
I'm just getting you on a different board here.
Jack, shut
All right. So in through the door behind you guys are getting ready to crawl down here. In walks this little halfling. There he goes.
I don't know who that was, but they are leaving.
Why does he sound like a cat?
I didn't figure you wanted to hear cat meow at my door for the next 2 hours.
Oh, we could still hear it.
Well, he'll eventually walk far enough away. I feel like I'm sinking.
Turn. What? Who are you? What are you doing here?
I don't know what I'm doing here.
You are also investigating the missing people, and the miller saw the miller's husband is one of the disappearing ones. Her husband, she saw him walking this way, and she hired you to go help find it.
The miller's wife told me her husband went missing, and I'm here to look for him.
How convenient.
Is it?
Well,
Why is that convenient? Why are you here?
What's going on there? That bag, it's floating.
Oh, yeah, that's my hand.
No,
Very
it's
frail.
not. Your hands are at your side.
Oh well, you know.
Oh,
it's just-
oh, you mean like this? And I'll cast Mage Hand and float it
yeah,
around.
yeah, just like that, just like that.
Well, nice to meet you, and I'll extend my Mage Hand to his Mage Hand. My name's
mage hand's
Saren.
occupied, but I'll reach out and grab your mage hand and shake it.
My name's Saren. Saren Cartwright. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm Goder Sun Cheeks, as voted on by the chat.
Oh man.
Godor Sun Cheeks. All right. Well, Godor. We are
Could be Goddard.
looking for
Whatever you
some
guys
missing
wanna
people as well.
It's your name.
pronounce. Huh?
Your name.
Goddard. Let's go with Goddard. That sounds better.
God,
I think I'll
Gaga.
just go with Sun Cheeks. That sounds good.
Sun Cheeks.
I can go by Sun Cheeks. You can call me Sun Cheeks.
I'm not calling you Sun Cheeks.
Man. Crushing my creativity.
Anyway, Sun Cheeks here steps in, and he.
Sunny for short. There you go. Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's good.
Yoda.
That's good. Okay, so
I'm Sunny.
what is your marching order as Goddard here is
Suppose you
Calling
can
up.
come with us. Going down here.
Why are you going down there?
Well, I mean, we just kind of both decided that we're looking for missing people. And
Oh, okay. You guys are looking for missing people too.
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
Who hired you?
We are self-hired.
You're just
We just like to do things out of the goodness of our hearts. You know, nice
Okay.
people.
I guess I'll join you then.
Meeting a lot of new people that join us. It's very odd.
I get a premonition like, have a lot of people died in your group?
We are a bit unlucky. You may not want to come with us.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm extremely lucky. I'm like
Oh.
freakishly lucky.
I might counterbalance this whole thing. That's awesome.
Oh, then I will follow Zarik into the tunnel.
okay. So, let me get you guys.
How tight is this?
It's very tight. It's like 5 foot round, 5 foot circle.
Jeez.
tight enough. Do you need me to make a wisdom save?
For
No.
I forget why. Why would I have you making a save?
Don't worry about it then.
Now, like, what's going on?
It's not like it's only really tight for Krog. 5 feet, you just kind of slouching over, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like
Have a-
character introductions in any campaign were like this quick after another character was there. Is there any
Like,
graceful
you know
way
what?
to do that?
You can leave us alone right
You-
now.
you look
Mr.
trustworthy.
Suncheek.
Yeah, come along.
You look trustworthy, random guy. Our friend just died 2 hours ago. It's
Yeah.
so convenient that we missed you.
Okay, so
There's enough time to
until
have a funeral.
until we get a character.
We just kicked his body in the ocean.
You're getting David's character from Mondays. I'm not joking.
There's no other gnomes in there?
There he is.
No, it doesn't matter. There's no other gnomes that matter.
What does he look like?
Sorry, not a gnome.
Oh, is that
half.
him?
That's David's character on Monday.
Oh man.
What's my character? I don't have a character in here.
I'm trying to.
Oh, you picked the wrong Saren.
Oh, did I?
Morph him.
Morph him.
Oh, it's
Oh,
my
yes.
morph.
I need
Alright.
Saren.
Tidy.
I need Saren. Copy.
Yeah.
Why am I laying down?
You're tired.
I'm tired.
You're real tired, dude.
Oh man.
Just had to crawl through a tiny thing, and you're like, you know what? I'm just
Yeah.
tired.
After that, I'm
I'm
just.
just gonna lay down after this,
Broken.
guys.
I think everyone wants to see this gnome go prone. That's the best part about this gnome.
That is the best part of
There he is.
There it is.
Yeah.
What? So confused.
A wiggle. And a
he just like
twirl.
teleports upside down.
Surprise. There he is. Okay, so we got Eru,
He's
and then
perfect.
we'll say Krog next.
Krog said he was going last.
Krog's going
Yeah, I'm
last. Saren,
I'm with
and
the-
then Halfling, and then
Yeah.
Krog. Okay, so Krog, it's a tight fit for you. But
Takes me a while.
yeah, so it's just gonna be like everyone else is moving fine. Krog's gonna be you're just like gonna be disadvantaged at things
Mhm.
if things come up. Zarik, you're leading the path.
Yes.
No one can walk around you. It's a tight fit here. What do you want to do? It's a straight shot. It's angling down at a 10-20 degree angle. Just a nice, somewhat pleasant downward thing, but it's very dark tunnel. You got like roots crawling into the walls. It's very shoddily or quickly made tunnel.
Okay. Just keep walking forward.
Okay,
I'll just keep my guard up.
keep your guard up. Explain that.
Make sure nothing. I'm a roll a perception check. That's what
Roll
I'm
me
gonna
that
do.
perception check.
Make sure
Gotcha.
nothing's out of
Okay.
the ordinary. No traps.
Did you give the light, the vision thing to everybody?
Yep.
Okay, so
You got a
Zarik's
6.
Zarik's strolling on by, and you hear Eru's ears pick it up, as does Saren's, and you hear a clink as Zarik trips a little wire across the thing, and Zarik, make me a dex save, as this
What?
little bolt comes clink out of the wall.
Ooh, ooh. Does the shield come in play?
I just need a dex save. I don't care what. If we can describe the shield. What do you mean?
Oh, because he's got Shield Master.
Yeah.
What does that do?
He can add his. Well, it's up to you because we're in this weird position. But normally, if he has something that's attacks, it hits him only, and it's a dex save, he can add his shield AC to his roll.
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, so you're. I mean, it's 5 feet. He's fine in here. So the bolt comes out, but you quickly bring your shield up and stick the bolt in the shield.
Beautiful.
Hey.
Maybe I should take the lead if there's going to be traps. I can see a little better.
He fared quite well. Now
I
we know what
will-
that trap is.
I'll move up in front of Eru, and I will keep an eye out for traps right behind Suri.
You
as
get
he's
around
walking
me?
forward.
That bolt that is in your shield now, you look at it and it has some sort of liquid coming out of it.
Oh.
Ugh.
Okay. I take it out very
Can I take it?
carefully.
Can I see that?
Okay, I'll give it to Arrow.
Look at it. Does this fit in my hand crossbow?
It's you can do it with disadvantage in your hand crossbow. It's a little smaller. It's a really small bolt. But it has a it's almost like a hollow shaft, and there's a liquid
Smell
in
it.
there, and it's coming out. Give me an investigation.
Okay.
Dang guidance.
13.
It's the guidance should be like a plus or minus. Like that would then that should be the fix. Like maybe you help them, but maybe you make things worse. Yeah, they're changing, so it's not so.
That wouldn't be guidance at all.
But that would be.
Let me
fun.
guide you to a worse place, my guy.
Yeah, it's got a astringent odor. I just want to use that word. It's got kind of it makes your nose hairs curl a little bit. You do not know what it is, though. Nothing magical, but some concoction of alchemical properties.
I could check that. I have alchemist tools. I'm an expert.
Sounds like you need some guidance.
I'll.
Do you want to taste it?
Let's get to the end of the tunnel. I do not want to
You
taste
want to
it.
Yeah, I'll do a little, taste, a
taste
little on the tongue like that.
Do you?
I mean, sure.
I
that won't
didn't
kill
give
you.
it to him.
Give me a con save.
I've done it with antifreeze before. You go like, oh, and you're like, oh, that's sweet. That's antifreeze.
You take you dip on your pinky and like dab it on your tongue.
Rub it into your gums.
Yeah, I'm not like. Wait. You have to assign me a guy. Wait.
I did.
Oh, something's wrong with the
Oh,
game. There's like a red.
Oh. Okay, well, it's not a big deal.
Issue.
So you
All
dab it on your tongue, and your tongue starts getting real, like pins and needles, and
Okay.
fat and numb. Tongue is numb.
Oh,
Yeah. You're gonna have trouble speaking for the next 20 minutes.
Perfect. That'll give me time to make this character. That worked out better than I could have imagined.
Zarik, continue trudging your way through this tunnel. You go a long way, and you figure you're probably you've probably gone 20 minutes in this tunnel, crawling through this cave system, and you can see because of your vision. How long does this vision special thing last?
An hour.
Okay, so you can see there's a split up ahead, a cross junction in this
Okay.
this tunnel.
Ask if you're left or right.
Or
Do you
straight.
feel any
You can-
air?
You can also go straight. You don't feel any air.
Are we looking for any like object in particular?
I don't think so.
I mean,
What about tracks? Are there tracks down here?
There are tracks. There are tracks down here.
Which way did they go?
You haven't come to the junction yet. Do you want to go to the junction? I was saying up ahead there was a junction. I'm trying
Oh.
to narrate this. So you make your way to the junction, and you as you get a little bit almost to the junction, you hear the sound of snoring.
Is that a question
Snoring.
mark?
Maybe it's
Is
snoring.
that snoring?
Maybe it's a large dragon.
Oh,
Well, it couldn't be too large in here.
right?
To which direction?
You can't tell. Up ahead, it's all echoey in here because of the tunnel.
Okay, let's continue to what do the tracks lead?
So you've got a tunnel straight ahead. Tracks are going straight, and you can see some doorways to your right and to your left up ahead. We'll say 30 feet in front of you.
Go very slowly.
Zarik is in the lead. I want to hear what Zarik wants to do.
Where's the yawning? Where's the snoring coming from?
You don't know.
Perception.
Very echoey in here.
Or no? Would that be perception?
Sure.
Perception.
Alex,
12.
Can't tell. Up ahead.
All right, I keep going straight.
Okay. So as you trudge through this chamber,
Quietly.
you hear and as you reach the end of this crossway, you have just like a carve in a circular room, 10-foot round circular room on both sides. It kind of goes into both these chambers, and in each of these chambers are those creatures you guys fought in the woods. It's like dark skin with like the fiery, crackly skin on them. It's very warm as you cross that threshold of the openings. It's very warm.
mhm.
Okay.
And all together, you can see 4 of these things, and they're all sleeping. One of them is stirring, though, and looks like he's about to wake up.
I'm gonna cast sleep on him.
Sleep a verbal spell.
Verb. Oh yeah, it is. I'm not gonna cast it. It'll be loud. Like, "Ha, ba, ba, ba," everybody else wakes up and sleeps.
Are we still like confined to single file here, or can we move around in this space?
You are confined to single file, but it's like the center of this crossroads is 4 people can fit in there. Is a 10-foot square, and then it goes off in these tunnels.
So 4 people can fit in there, and there's how many things in there?
I didn't draw this because I didn't think we were going to need it. But fine, I'll draw it.
That was a mistake.
I know. Did you guys ever hear a theater of the mind? Gosh.
You're like, there are enemies, and I'm like, where? And you're like, I don't know.
Around. We used to do theater of their mind all the time.
Here we go.
I just want to know if we can if we have any room to move to stand next to these things.
Well,
or
I'll
if it's
answer your questions in just a second. Calm down over there.
Calm yourself.
I'm willing to do your mind theater.
You're getting all riled up like Francisco over there.
I know. Can't contain myself.
Mhm.
Man, you've sounded so excited the last few weeks. Wow.
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 Let me get you over here.
My favorite interaction of the last
Oh.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
those
They're all
squares are,
disappearing.
those squares are too big. All right, for the sake of combat, I guess they'll be a little bigger.
Why are all these pants that I'm picking super tight on my butt?
I look at my
Seems like-
bleh.
Because you're picking your seat. You're gonna have to pick your seat.
He's
Dude,
like, I might be a scrawny little gnome, but I got a wagon.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm like real skinny. I made him real skinny, so his butt sticks out like crazy. Just and every pair of pants is perfectly shaped to the cheeks, right down the crack. And it's God dang! I'm wearing I'm trying to pick the baggiest pair of pants I can find, and I still got perfectly outlined booty cheeks back there, dude.
Hey, sun cheeks.
Them's my sun
Hey,
cheeks.
sun
Yeah,
cheeks.
dude.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Oh man.
Okay, it has been oversized a little bit for detail, but do you guys see where you're at over here?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put any walls in. Do you want walls? You gonna be okay without walls?
I mean, if I don't see walls, I'm walking through them.
I know Eric. Eric needs to be, ensconced in walls here, so we'll get him some walls.
Ensconced.
I need to be ensconced in
I think
walls.
that's the word he uses.
Is that the word I use?
Mhm.
Ensconced? I don't know that I've ever used the word ensconced.
It's a joke, Eric. Gosh. You have a
Oh,
sense.
you
You
know
have a
what it
sense of
is?
humor like Francisco.
Wow.
My man.
Wow.
Sorry,
Wow.
Francisco. I can't get to work with you anymore.
Unbelievable.
And
I know what the problem was. I figured it out, boys.
What's
The
your
booty
last
slider
name?
was all the way up.
uh
Oh, one of them just went into the wall. That one's no good.
Okay, we get real-time dungeon building here.
You're right, Holly. I wouldn't have
Real
remembered if I
time.
did use the word ensconced. I got better things to remember.
There we go. There is your tunnel. I hope everyone likes it. Francisco, do you like
It's
it?
beautiful.
Excellent.
Why is there a big old gap here? I'm not happy.
What?
That's where the trees are.
I'm going for these big, tall, high heels, dude.
There you go. There is your walkway there.
What happened to this wall?
Stop it. Just for
I'm
that.
very confused by whoever dug these tunnels.
Just for that, it's dark.
Night vision.
Okay, so you guys are crawling around here. Let's see, so Zarik is here. The guy stirring. Let me get you guys in order of how you are here. You're back this way, and then Krog's in the back, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that. Okay, so you're like that. Zarik goes to right here, and he sees this fella back here. You guys are all
Fella.
asleep. You see them. There's a guy back
You know-
here. And they're
You know
just
what
laying on
doesn't
like
make sense?
they're just like on like straw or dirt mounds and they're sleeping.
Okay, I'm
This
gonna roll
one,
stealth.
however, is starting to stir. What'd you say, Joe?
Which one?
I'm gonna sneak.
One lit up.
I'm just saying, what doesn't make sense is like trying to put people to sleep, and my guy has to go. Foosh road dog. Go to bed.
Why don't you go to sleep, dude? Gee.
You go. Good night, moon.
Yeah, you sing him a lullaby. You're singing him a lullaby. That's what it is.
Okay, this guy is starting to wake up. David, what do you do? Let's go
I'm
ahead and
gonna-
do initiative. How about that?
I'm
Okay.
gonna sneak. Fine.
Initiative.
I'll do initiative.
In fact, we'll need initiative. You
There you
guys
go.
go first. Then I will go.
Whee.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Hey, we'll
Oh,
stealth.
right.
Good. I got rid of my natural one. Let's
Ooh,
go.
I rolled a 9. Awesome.
All right, initiative.
Oh man.
No initiative. You just go.
So we just all go
I just
first?
go.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you guys go first.
Well, I can't really do anything until...
Okay,
guys
I
are
got a
waking up.
I'll
9 stealth.
motion to Zirik to go with that to the right, and I'm going to go to the left.
Well, you're going right in there to assassinate those guys?
Yeah, these guys just killed my friend.
Acquaintance.
They killed my very good acquaintance.
I knew him like I knew a guy that I knew for a week.
You guys built a boat together and you crashed a boat together
Yeah. that
twice.
It's been a big
Emotional
boat
moments.
adventure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move up to here and cast Sanctuary on Eru.
You don't want to do that.
was-
Never mind.
1, 2.
Never mind. You're right. I gotta know what this spell does. As soon as you attack, it's over. God, I
I'm
forget
just
about that.
I kind of want to I'm like waiting around to see what you guys do. I'm like walking up, I'm like looking side to side.
Okay, I'm gonna stab this guy.
Okay. You have advantage and crit. Right? Advantage and auto crit.
Yep. So all I need to do is hit him
I'm gonna
once.
head this way.
What are you hitting him with? Your knife?
Yeah, I'm just gonna dagger him.
Actually, no. I'm gonna stay
As long
right
as it
there.
hits. Does a 9 hit?
No.
How about there? There we go.
Okay.
That hit. So crit. What's my crit?
So, let me just do this way because this is kind of weird. Where do you want to stab him? He looks like a little, kind of like a little gargoyle. Got a little dog
Right.
face, arms, legs, all like charred, and he's got these like little veins of fire around him. Very hot sitting next to him.
Oh right, these guys explode. Yeah, I'm just gonna stab him right in the neck.
Ooh.
Okay. Just give me what was coup de grace in old editions?
Coup de grace was just a perfect like a crit. but
He
with
did
max
damage, and then I made a con save, and my con save wasn't more than the damage, then I died, right?
I thought it was just max damage coup de grace, but maybe I'm wrong.
Let's for the sake of this, let's do that.
Yeah. Coup de grace max damage.
No, roll double damage for
Okay.
crit, and I'm gonna roll a con save. If my con save, my roll is higher than the damage you do, I just take the damage. I don't die. But if you do it, then I just die. I'm just gonna die. Just for this, for the sake of this one, because they're sleeping.
18.
Okay.
Oof, man.
Okay. So you get this guy and you slice him up. This like fiery liquid comes pouring out of him.
Ooh.
He does not wake up. Silently assassinates the fire dog or whatever it is.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay.
Okay, well, I couldn't quite make it to mine.
I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Let's...
Okay.
Can I reach that? Yeah, I can reach that. That's 5 feet.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna stab him.
So give me double damage. Give me an attack at advantage.
All right. So, longsword. Ooh, 16.
16 hits. Give me double damage, and I'm gonna roll. If you don't do enough to kill him,
All right. So double damage. So 6 plus 5.
11.
Say it's 11.
okay.
Oh man. Good luck.
He's starting to stir, and you shink. You see the fire kind of splashes up your sword a little bit, but it doesn't squirt out like it did before. You draw it out, and he doesn't get up. He stops stirring.
Good. Okay, well that's my turn.
Nice.
Okay. The other three of you?
I'm gonna stay still.
Yeah, I'm staying in the middle.
Yeah, I'm staying in the middle as well.
Do any of them wake up?
I'm going to roll to see if they do. We've got 2 of them.
Nice music change.
Okay. The one over here by David
Oh no.
begins to wake up. He stirs over, he leans over as his glowy white eyes shine, and he lurches up off the ground, and he rolls over, eyes open, shambles up to his feet, and charges at you to try to bite you. 15, so I can make it in 1 round. So he's going to... This is interesting music. He's going to go for a bite, a 17 to try to bite you. So he crawls
That's a
out of bed
miss.
to try to bite, and he's going to try to swap you with his tail. He's going to miss. He's a little groggy. So he goes to hit you, and his tail snaps again. These guys need better tails. He begins to shout out, but as his tail... I'll say that's his fumble. He was going to shout out, but his fumble is that he does not shout out because he hurts his tail. So you got lucky.
So he hurt his tail so bad he didn't even scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So we're up again.
Yep.
All right, I'm just walk over to this dude and do the same thing. Is that up crit as well?
Yeah.
So this plus 3. 26.
Okay. You just slice his throat. Does not wake up.
I will turn around and see what's going on. Zarik, what are you doing?
Okay, the rest
Alright,
of you.
well,
And
so
Zarik.
I'm going to attack
I am going to.
with a...
I'm gonna move up
19.
just
That's a hit.
5 feet.
All right, the music's got to go.
I was enjoying it.
So he takes 6 damage.
Oh, the goblins died. Did you hear it?
That was the sound he made when he broke his tail. 6 damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna shield that.
As you slice this guy, he does squirt out of a little bit of fiery goo on you. Take a point of damage.
Ooh.
Ow. That's uncool.
I'm gonna run back over to the end of my turn. I'm running back over here, and I'm gonna bonus action hide.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm just staying where I'm at.
cast sleep on him.
Have I taken the longest before this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm standing here like, man, these guys are just like wiping these guys out.
20.
20's enough. This guy's really angry about his tail, but his eyes start to slowly close and he collapses.
Nice.
Let's get a move on.
Let's get him. And we're done.
Okay. Zarik taking the lead again?
Yep.
Are you leaving that one
Go
to
back.
sleep? Or are you gonna dispatch it?
I killed both of them.
No, the sleepy one.
What's the guy that we just murdered? About this guy?
He's asleep.
He's asleep.
I'll dispatch of him then.
Okay. Give me an attack.
Hang on. You don't have to. He's a.
You have advantage.
11. There we go.
Okay. And yeah, for these guys, well, this is a temporary solution for our sleeping foes, but
9.
Plus 6.
9 plus 6,
15.
18, I believe.
15. You don't get to die that one twice. 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, he did. You slice through him. You manage to avoid the splatter since you killed him. Okay.
Nice.
Zarik leading the way again.
Yep.
Okay, so you continue a bit further, and you
Is
enter
there
another.
anything in these rooms first?
Give me a perception check.
Got it.
Man, I'm not rolling great on those. 12.
You find a coin purse amongst the. It's just like it's like a bunch of like straw and things and dried grass that they've just sort of stashed in here for a bed spot. You make out that there's probably enough room for at least a dozen of them in here. There's only 4 at the moment. You find a coin purse with 8 silver and 10 copper in it. You find a couple more of those bolts that were stashed down the hall, and you also find on the top of the wall there's a string you guys have seen before, and it leads to a little bell.
But they're not wearing anything? Any armor or weapons
No.
or anything? Okay. What do they need a coin purse for?
Well, everybody could use money.
But what would they buy? They don't wear anything.
Well, I mean,
You could
people
buy
get
food.
hungry.
Give me a intelligence check.
Intelligence or investigation?
Investigation works.
$15.
This silver and copper in there is very shiny. Someone has spent some time shining these things up.
There you go. There's the real reason they got them.
Shinies.
Oh, it's so shiny.
I think, man, that's the shiniest nickel I've ever seen. That's right out of the factory.
If I was a monster, that's what I would do in my spare time. Just shine up some
Just
nickels.
shine up.
What else are you gonna do? You can only like maim and pillage for so much.
Yeah,
You gotta have you gotta have a hobby.
After I get done maiming, I like to go home and shiny up my pennies. just really takes the weight off my shoulders from all those killings I did earlier today.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, so Zarik, what's the distance on that vision, the good vision thing?
300 feet.
And it's dark vision.
It's like enhanced. It's let's see. 300 feet of dark vision. Yeah.
Okay. Up ahead, you can see it's not too much further, about 60 more feet. The cavern widens, and up and to the sides, and you can pick up on the sides where it widens. There appears to be some, you see bones, and wood, some sort of wood constructions on the sides of this corridor, and maybe a pile of bones laying on the floor at the end of it. It seems to go about 100 feet and then stops.
Okay.
So
I
you
tell
are
the
right
person
now
behind me.
about 80 feet from this.
Okay. I tell the person behind me. Relay the information to him.
He can see it too.
Good.
Yes, I can see it.
Good.
I just keep walking to it.
Trudging up
I
there?
have my sword and shield ready. Keep
Okay.
out for traps.
Trudging up there you go. You get to just another 30 feet, and you can spot it plain as day. There is it's not the best constructed tunnel, but there is like claw marks or some sort of dig marks. Like someone just took their fingers and dragged it along the wall.
But
You
this
also-
sounded awful.
Also pick up a red liquid, blood, along the walls as well, leading into this chamber.
Very careful.
And as you approach, you can see that is a pile of bones at the end of the corridor, and there's a junction that goes to the right and one goes to the left up ahead. But this is a bigger chamber that you're getting ready to walk into.
Do these bones have like clothes on them?
You can't see that from here. There is some sort of cloth there or something. There's something else in addition to the bones.
Alright, yeah, I keep walking up.
Okay, so up you trudge, and you lead into a decent sized opening. It goes like it was 5 feet wide, and you've gone to about a 40-foot width, 40-foot width, and about a 40-foot depth, so 40-foot square chamber. And on the right side and the left side are these crudely made cages. They are, all of them are empty except for one, and which has a human of some kind that's just passed out in the cage, locked up. At the far end of the room is just a little pile of bones, along with just like clothing and just random junk piled in this corner here. And then you've got a corridor that leads to the right and one that goes to the left as you go into this chamber.
If we're in the chamber, I want to try to inspect those piles without making any noise if I can.
Okay, give me a perception.
Doing.
Sproing.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Noise.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
You find like just all manner of boots and clothes and shirts and pants and just gear, not gear, but clothing piled into a corner, along with a whole bunch of bones. On the bones, you notice there are teeth marks. Someone's been chewing on these bones. There's a lot more clothing here than there are bones. Like, there's a lot more clothing than there's not enough bones to fill the clothing. If that makes sense.
So like the bones are missing? Someone's maybe been eating the bones?
Many bones are missing.
Okay.
What kind of clothing are they? Are they like sailor clothes?
They are...
They name look like Entar's friends' clothes.
One of them does like match that.
And are those bones like completely clean?
The bones are... You're not sure which bones go with which. Like they're
Okay.
just sort of piled up there. Someone clipping their fingernails? Or toenails?
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Francisco.
Oh man, Francisco. Man.
Flipping
What?
through
I
toenails
gotta.
while we-
No, not my fingernails.
No, not my toenails. Someone else's toenails. Or something.
Yeah, somebody else's. Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to go walking around on my hands on the pavement today. I gotta trim them.
There you go. The leaves will be the clothes. I'll put you down here. Okay, you guys can go in that room. So in the cage right here is a human.
All right, I got you, boss.
Naked, human, man. Look, I got a
So man then.
It's a
Naked man, human man.
naked.
he's got a decently trimmed beard. He's got a little bit of scraggly hair, and he is passed out naked in that cage right there.
Dude, his hand looks like digger hands. Calluses on his.
Got calluses on his hands.
You gonna go inspect his hands?
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
get
everything is
try.
right there.
Um,
You know,
See if he's breathing first.
Give me a medicine check.
I sent you my mini.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes, I did. I went real fast this time.
Wow.
Medicine check.
Okay. Yeah.
21.
Nice.
You can see he is breathing. His leg, he kind of sitting on his leg, but his leg has been clawed up pretty bad, chewed up pretty bad, and he does have very coarse hands. But this is sort of medieval fantasy, so he could be a digger, he could be a baker, he could be a
Do
bum
not
on the
hit
street,
that,
and he's gonna have pretty. He doesn't
He's
have.
not an
Coarse
accountant.
He's not moisturizing daily. is what he said.
I will cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
Level 1.
So he, as soon as you cast that on him,
7.
he comes to and looks around and shakes his head, and he looks at you guys, and he has this look of like complete confusion. And he he goes and grabs the cage and realizes it's locked.
I'm gonna try to tell him, shh, quiet.
Where am I?
Are you Entar?
Yeah. Who are you? And he starts shaking the cage. Get me out of
Shh,
here.
quiet.
What is
I'll
this?
Try to. Is the cage locked?
Yeah.
I will get out my thieves' tools and try to pick that lock.
What's everyone else doing? David, you
hold still.
rummaging through the clothes and the bones?
Yeah. I
The
8.
bone.
I'm gonna keep a close eye on though, because that looks like a trap.
It's a pretty poorly made lock, and so you're still even. Just it takes you a minute, but you're able to flink, get it unlocked.
Before I start rummaging the clothes, I'm gonna do a perception check.
What is the last thing you remember?
What do I see?
Zarik. So we'll cover this guy first. He says, I was, I got up to go pee. I was sleeping in the town, and this, I saw this dog, and that's all I remember. And as he says that, he looks up. And at the same time he looks up, Zarik, you're scanning the room, and you look up, and in the corner of the room, you see this
A dog spider.
dog that is kind of like a spider because it's like against the wall. This big
Oh
dog,
man, he knew.
sitting in the corner of the room, and I need everyone to roll initiative as it leaps. Well, it'll leap in whenever initiative gets figured out.
Oh,
12 for
23.
Zarik.
17.
Um,
Let's just use this guy. Oh, he's on a statue.
Okay, I'm gonna close Talespire and bring it back in. It's like something's messed up.
6.
I'm gonna use this guy. I don't like his pedestal, but I don't know. There's gotta be something better.
I don't like this guy. He seems really up on a pedestal.
Seems kind of full of himself, up on a pedestal.
Let's get this guy. I like this guy.
Is Eric's is Sun Sheik's in here?
Yeah, he's in here.
Yep.
I mean his new model.
Oh, not yet. I'll get him in there whenever we do a break. I'll get him moved in because it takes a little bit to get him.
No, but
Good
Tiny
thing
the
we're
Gnome's
about to go on a
perfect.
break.
Yeah.
Summon me to that board, please. Witty, please.
Okay, so this guy is oops,
Whoa.
is up on the wall about 15 feet up here.
It's Dr. Zaius.
It does look haunting. That's one of those scary looking monkeys, dude.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The
Okay,
spider.
moving
How
on.
did anyone think this was a dog? Look at it.
Where's my guy at? There he is. Okay, give me your initiative. If you
12.
beat
6.
my 12,
I made a 12.
okay.
I did not beat your 12.
Anybody else?
I did.
Right? I
Nope.
did. I natural 20'd it.
Okay. So you all look over and you see this big dog-looking creature stuck up in the corner, watching you, and you can see the glowy eyes, similar to these folks you've been fighting. His skin is like, it looks like a normal dog, from, like, it's a big dog, but it's like a big black wolf. There's
Mhm.
nothing strange about it other than the fact that it's clinging to the wall.
Is he gonna huff and puff and blow our house down? Big black wolf.
Here we got little
Okay.
pigs.
Does it look like I could effectively hide behind these cages?
They're against the wall.
Is that a yes or a no?
That's a no.
Okay.
You might be able to get inside a cage. And
I just mean, could I like stand like here?
no, it's just too
in
tight of
between
a...
two of them?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And-
cast Bless at level 2.
These are like wooden square cages, not metal.
So
round
everybody
things.
but me has Bless.
Nice.
Bless.
Nice.
So there's nowhere to break line of sight in this room?
Um,
Hide behind a cage.
I
probably
just asked that. He said no.
not
well,
really. The best way would be maybe
Hide
out
behind
of...
Krog.
Yeah. Hide behind me.
I'll move this,
Put your
I'll move
cape
this up
out.
so you can see it. I'll put the walls in here so you can see the walls. There you go.
Nice.
Thanks, Francisco.
Now
Wow.
I can see where the walls are.
Yeah, there you go. There's your walls. Again, this is all just like dug out. It's all just wood, or not wood, but mud and dirt. You can see roots crawling through the opening here, like it's been recently somewhat cut.
Mm.
But there you go. There's your room. Over here, actually I didn't do this, but over here there's a way down, and he's standing in like an opening that goes to the left. Okay,
Okay, which cage was he in?
he's over here.
Okay, so I would have been there. All right. Okay, if I see that, I'll quickly scan the room, and then I am going to run over here. That's 25 feet of movement. And I'm going to dive into this pile of bones. Can I do that?
You gonna
and hide in there?
You're gonna be prone.
I'm going to dive into it,
So it's like
and then bonus action hide.
it's like 2 feet of bones. We'll say bones and gear.
Okay. I can dive under it, right?
You'll be prone.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I will dive under it, bonus action hide. Hup. With advantage because of the cloak. Oh man, 14. And then I'm going to pop out of it and shoot it.
Okay.
So I will stand up out of the bones. So that would be half my movement. So I would move 25. I still had 25 left. Or I said 20 left.
Yep. 15 to
So
stand.
however you want to round
standing-
it. So
you standing
15.
up?
Yeah, I'll stand up.
Okay.
And that's where my turn will end. Firing at it. Was I hidden?
You were not.
Oh, great.
But you do have
I
little
have
bone
blessed
bits and meat scraps all over your body
He
now.
dives. Did you just dive into a pile of meat and bones to try to shoot it from stealth?
Yeah.
Not a lot of meat.
18.
18's a hit. What's the D4 for? That's your bless.
Yeah.
Dang bless. Yeah, you hit him. Roll that damage.
Tasty, tasty bones.
Oh man, 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
No.
So totally did not pull in everything it needed to, but that's okay.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Zarik, you what's your dex, Zarik? Let's see who goes first.
My dex.
Mhm.
Plus 1. 13.
Okay, I will go before you.
Dang. I thought so.
Is that it? You got the other two, Francisco and Eric, you guys were last?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to crawl down the wall. As he crawls down, his body starts to morph. If I get him out of the corner here, his body begins to morph into like this almost humanoid-looking form. He's got like a bald head. His hands start to go back into his paws go into hands. Bald human form. He's got like a black cloak on, hooded, and this is all as he's climbing down. And he's gonna move over to right here on top of these bones.
Oh no.
And he is going to take one of his claws, or his hand is going to, as he walks up to you and his hand comes out, you realize it's not a hand at all, but there's big claws on the end of his hands. So it's like dog, human, claws.
Dog,
He's
human claws.
Going to get a 13 on you, Eru.
That is a miss.
And he's going to have one go on to Zarik as well for a 16.
Miss.
Okay. And that was his exciting round. It is the bottom of the round's turn.
Okay, I'm going to hit him
I'm gonna move
with
up
my
first.
with my sword. Not sword. Long sword. There it goes. All right, that's great.
Oh, nice. Okay. This one, that doesn't really work. Okay, so it's dark in here. You've got the good eyesight, but something about this creature who looks human, but looks like a dog, but doesn't look like a dog. Something's really wonky about him, and so give me a D4.
Oh no.
Okay, so you're going to have you have to roll a D100, and you get a 50-50 shot of actually hitting him for the next 2 rounds. So if you hit him,
no.
you roll a D100, 51 to 100, you hit. Below that, you miss.
All right.
Jeez.
Seems great.
That's it.
That's it.
Watch that. Hit him,
Okay.
Krog.
I am actually gonna attempt something and try to grapple him.
Ooh.
So what do I roll again?
Your athletics versus his acrobatics or athletics.
Yes, opposed.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll athletic. Oh.
Big oof.
Oh.
but he
We tied.
Oh please. Oh, we tied. So what
Roll
happened?
these.
Is that what yours was? Or were you? Oh, yeah, 7. Yeah,
7.
we tied. Okay, roll again.
Okay.
Is that how it works?
Beat my 8. I think the defender's supposed to win. Yes, it's fine. Okay, so you're slapping hands, slapping hands, but you managed to get a hold of this guy.
We're just slapping.
Hands.
I pictured that too. Oh man.
He's got claws. He's like, "Arr."
Okay.
Gang, you got a hold of him.
All right. That's it. I'll keep a hold of him.
Okay.
grapple is technically an attack.
Yeah.
So you could theoretically use your bonus action to punch if you wanted to.
Oh, my bonus action.
Bonus action punch.
Okay. Yeah.
Punch.
Then I'll do my bonus action punch. Do I get an advantage since?
Not
Or
with
is it
the current
just-
grapple
What's
rules.
Oh,
yeah?
okay.
I'm up for the
D&D
new
rules.
rules if you guys want to do those. The new ones make sense.
What's the new?
You get advantage, or I think everyone gets advantage on grappled folks, and they get disadvantage, right?
I think it's the grappler gets if you have the grapple feat. I think you get advantage. But I think the thing is, he has disadvantage hitting anyone that's not the grappler. I believe is how it works.
Okay. So you're still
The
normal.
grapplee has disadvantage.
So just
against
regular?
The grappler.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's a hit.
20. And
Oh.
gonna hit him for 5. That's it.
Okay.
Dog.
Is that bottom of the round? Did you go, Eric?
Nope, I haven't.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast me some magic stones, and then I'm gonna shoot him.
Magic stones.
Magic stone. 17 hit him.
17 does hit him.
Hey. I rolled a 1. 5 damage.
5 damage.
I got a little sling.
Oh, nice. The druid weapon of choice. Okay, top of the round.
That's why I got the magic stones, dude.
Okay. Now that I am flanking, I will go ahead and booming blade and hit this guy with the dagger. Wait, come back.
So you guys
Actually,
get advantage?
I take that
or?
back. I can't attack. I have to make the stones first.
Oh.
Oh, so no 5 damage?
Oh wait, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Okay, yeah, I can.
Wow, triple advantage. Does an 11
I
hit
don't have to
him?
cast
It does
next
not.
turn.
I will step back and hang my head in shame.
So,
Hi.
did you hit him or not for the 5 damage? Eric?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did hit him.
Joe?
I will move over here to flank with
Did you go, David?
buddy.
I went with Eric.
Oh, I forgot I had
I
bless.
was going to cast Sanctuary on myself. And I will also, I'll do that with my bonus action. And with my main action, I will cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay. Done?
Done.
Okay. He's going to turn and look at Krog.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, human face, bald, Mr. Clean look. And he says, "Why are you doing this? Why don't you,
Oh no.
Boy.
why don't you
Not
help
this
me out
again.
here? Make me a wisdom
This
save."
again.
He winks at you. I haven't had one the whole campaign.
Oh,
I haven't had
no.
a charmer.
You're quite the charmer.
No.
Okay, you are charmed by this fella.
Uh,
You see him as a friendly acquaintance.
So I let go, I'm assuming.
He asks you to help me get these this rabble in these cages.
Okay.
And then he is going to it's an action, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, then that's it. It's he's going to he's just gonna stand right there.
He's still
I have a lot of problems
because he
today.
can't go anywhere.
That's right. It is bottom round turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go for a stab. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, roll your D100.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
D100. Ooh, this is a nasty one. Oh, that's
Oh,
a
that's
shame.
a miss.
That's
Oh.
a shame. Do you want to hear what you were going to get?
What was
Nope.
I gonna get?
Quadruple
wanna hear.
damage.
Oh.
Stick it back on top.
No, that's nasty.
It's not the best one.
Quadruple damage, and I would be frightened of you.
I would be frightened if I got hit
Man.
for quadruple damage.
All right, I'm gonna use. Never mind. Never mind. I just shove him.
Into
know
what?
You,
I just leave it alone.
He's
I won't do
completely
anything.
inboxed.
That's just
you,
you.
yeah, you miss. You swung. You thought you had like, oh, this is a critical hit, and you swing. You missed because your head's a little blurry. Okay, next.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh wait.
okay. I am going to slingshot him again. Not slingshot. Sling. Just a sling.
You put some shot in that sling, and it's a slingshot.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Man. This, there it is. There it is. Wait.
Ooh.
That is a
13.
miss.
Well, you know what?
Clanks off the wall behind him.
No, it doesn't.
Is it lucky time?
I'm going to use a lucky die
Oh.
to roll worse. Exactly the same.
Not so lucky.
Okay, Francisco.
I need to
Okay.
roll a 1.
So what do you want me to do?
It's up to you. You see him as a friend, and he asks you to help put these guys in the cage.
Okay, so then I see Sarik first. I'm gonna run to Sarik.
Listen, Craig, you keep your meaty hands
With-
off me.
Rage in my eyes. Leave my friend alone.
Meaty hands.
He's gonna push him to the ground.
And I'm
He's just a
gonna
bully, is what he is.
I'm gonna go for my first attack, which I doubt I'll hit you. 13.
It
Yeah.
misses.
I'll go for my second attack.
It's the Count from Sesame Street.
17.
It misses again.
Okay, that's it.
I am untouchable.
1, 2 misses.
I'm trying to like decide. I'm trying to like decide what this party is all about, and like I see one of them grab the dude, and then he drops him, and he's like, "I'm coming for you, boy." And I'm like, "What's going on in here?"
Okay, top of the round.
Top of the round to you.
Top of the round.
I'm going to channel divinity and use my dome, and I will end the charm on
Oh, nice.
my buddy,
You jerk.
and I will also do
Thanks.
my heals. This is
He
plus
doesn't get
4.
the heals though, right?
He does.
I thought it was a heal or.
You can grant these creatures one of them. Yeah, so he ends the charm on him, but
Everyone
Okay.
else gets
6, 10, 10 points.
10 points.
Even me?
Does it fill this whole chamber here?
Yeah, it's 30. It's a 30-foot dome, and I'm in the middle.
Oh wait, I don't think that does reach me.
I'll spend 30 feet of movement to go over here and
You're in.
How many hit points do we get?
Oh, Totes
It
does.
does.
flank
Totes
with
and does.
Saren. I will booming blade again.
How much healing did we get?
6.
6 temporary.
6.
Whoa.
I've been boomed.
So that
What was the temp
is-
HP you said again?
6 temporary.
6. Okay.
This is plus 3. Woo! 16 points of damage, and I will step back over to this corner. My remaining bit of movement. That is my turn.
Okay. And then is that everybody? Did we get Zarik?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Okay. He's going to turn on. Did you get a stealth, Isaac? You didn't. did you?
There's nowhere to hide.
Okay. Yeah. He's. Go ahead, Zarik. Try to hit me. He's not scared of you. And you can as well if you want, Joe.
Okay.
He moved, so he booms. He takes an additional D8 of damage.
24.
He didn't leave your range, Krog.
Oh.
8
Oh,
points
okay,
of
never
damage. Thunder damage.
Okay. He
So do I
left.
have to roll the thing?
Yeah. Did you hit?
Yeah.
Nice.
No.
You did not hit.
Oh.
Okay, he's swinging
Never
and
mind.
he's not there. Okay, he's going to claw on Eru here. Claw.
Claw.
With a 13 and an 18.
The 18 would hit, but I'm going to silvery barbs it.
Ah, take that.
No. Ow.
No.
Okay, there it is.
I will give myself advantage on the next attack.
Okay. You're going to take 12 points of damage as this claw slices across your chest. And nothing else. And that is he's going to stay kind of in that corner there. Okay. Now it is bottom of the round's turn.
Okay, I'm moving in. Get my way, Krog.
Before you move,
Whoa.
I'm gonna try to push him back into place.
I'll go back.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to use Call of the Wind.
Hmm.
You need to make a DC 14 strength save. As a blast, you just made it. It doesn't even matter. Not even, it just gets real windy in here for a second.
The moans go.
Okay, I move. Move back a little bit.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna go ahead and throw a stone at him too.
Bonus action wind, huh?
Nope. Yeah, bonus action wind.
You are the unluckiest lucky person I've ever seen.
I know. It's been rough.
Okay, I'm going to hit him. 15.
Cool.
This is round 2.
I'd be better
Okay.
off rolling 1.
15 hit.
It does. Maybe.
Roll the D100.
It does not.
It's
Oh. All those
What
hits.
happened? Oh man.
Man.
All right.
It's a
Well,
bad fumble.
that's all I can do.
I'm gonna punch him.
Punch.
I can't really use any of my spells, Isaac. I took a bunch of AoE spells.
16.
Got him.
I know.
And now we're fighting. The first thing we fight
You're-
is a solo enemy.
You have
Oh.
advantage, Krog. You're
Oh, I
flanking
do.
with me.
Okay. So then let's see if I get a 20. Nope. Okay.
It's a hit again.
So first attack, that's 7. And then bonus action, second attack. Let me get my advantage. Nope.
Nope.
So just that first attack and that's it.
Okay. That's bottom of the round, right? Top of the round, Joe and Eru. Isaac.
I will booming blade again and stab at him.
Who got hit pretty hard?
It was me. I still I'm okay, but the temporary hit points helped a lot. Hey, it finally worked.
Wow.
Everybody!
Okay. Oh, that's actually. This sounds kind of lame, but it's actually pretty powerful. Maybe.
Hmm.
Okay.
Maybe.
So
Uh-oh.
you go for a cut. You go for a swing with your dagger, and you manage to jump up and cut him in the lip. Blood
Ooh.
gushes out of his lip. Normal damage. However, he is having trouble speaking,
Oh.
which
Ooh,
you
No
know.
spells
yeah,
for
that
you,
is
no
good.
charming us.
Yeah, I just had my next one ready for you.
6 plus 3, 9 points of damage. And then can I squeak through here?
No. We'll say half movement.
Okay.
I can force
So
you out of
there's
there because you can
10
willfully
feet?
choose to fail.
And then there's 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 over here.
Oh! Look how much movement you have.
Okay, I gotta be at River in bed, so we'll do break time.
Take a break.
Okay.
Break time.
We're back.
Need one of those clappers.
Go ahead, hit the button. Okay, let me.
Look, it even glows a little. Perfect.
Let's. This is Barkeet and Tiny's
This looks
dying.
so crazy. No, not Tiny. Tiny, come back.
Here we go. There's the new guy.
Look at that. Look at that little cigar glowing
Oh,
in
yeah.
the dark.
It's got like an ember.
I like your flip flops too.
Thanks.
I'd like to go adventuring in my flip flops.
I intentionally made none of the clasps or anything metal because I'm a druid. Can't have no metal.
Yeah, medals for heretic druids.
That's right. Metal's for chumps.
Okay.
He's got a metal belt.
I usually write down where we're at in the combat, and I forgot to do that.
It's
You
Joe's turn.
split my lip. It's whose turn?
Saren.
Saren?
It's top of the round,
Yeah.
and I went, so Saren's good.
Okay, Saren. Good to have you here, Isaac.
I'm going to do a second level cure wounds on my
I'm
boy
only down.
Eru.
I'm only down 6 points, so
I'm going to do a first level cure wounds on the boy.
yeah, your temp HP gave me quite a buffer there.
Will heal for 6 points.
Hey, look at there.
Hey.
And then everybody will get to,
Oh, beautiful.
let's see, Everybody take 7. You can go up to 7.
7.
Nice. That's my phone telling me my
And then
bedtime is
I'm
approaching.
going to move over here. And I will just try to make noise. Try to get this guy's attention.
Okay, my turn. He is going. Oh, he doesn't have a mouth.
I cut his mouth off.
He's going to run away. So Krog, the 3 of you can make an attack if you want. He comes over to this. It's just kind of like the opening that you guys at the upstairs. Kind of like a little hole there. He's gonna crawl through that hole. 3 of you can make an attack as he crawls through this
Krog.
thing. If you want to try to grapple, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can try to grapple him.
I can attempt that.
Sure. It's an attack.
Oh, okay.
With Warcaster, I can cast a spell as long as it targets him, correct?
Yep.
I'm going
Yeah.
to cast Sleep at 2nd level.
Okay. Save for me.
I'll wait till he does that first.
Nah.
Or is that just a number of hit points?
It's just a hit
That's
point
not
thing.
hit points. Ooh, it's this plus no. That's weird. Okay, so it's that plus
Ooh.
19 plus this 7,
Nice.
26.
26.
Okay. It does not have an effect on him.
All right, so I'll go for a grapple. So is athletics,
Your athletics versus my acrobatics.
and
Oh, I
still
rolled a
have-
1.
Oh, yeah! He's going nowhere.
Oh man,
You're
I
going
grabbed him by the
nowhere,
foot.
son.
Okay, you grab him.
You grab him by the butt hair.
Yeah.
He still
Come
has
here.
his turn, so he's going to take 2 attacks on you. As you grab his foot, he turns around and tries to claw you a couple times. And he tries
he
to say
have
something, but just blood
disadvantage?
comes kind of puttering out of his mouth, and he can't get any words out. He's very
Oh.
frustrated by that because that's kind of what he does. With a 23
Yeah.
for... He's taking 7 damage,
That's my temporary hit points.
and then a miss.
Okay.
Okay, bottom round.
Zarek's gonna scream at him, right?
I'm gonna wait till they go before I do anything.
I'm gonna miss this sling attack again.
Oh, yeah?
Oh no, I got him.
Yeah, you got him.
Oh, 5 damage.
5 damage.
I will be back. And you go do something.
What? Oh, what?
What? It's your turn to.
Perfect.
Is he all that's left?
Yep.
Okay, we'll just
Well,
offer-
no, Krog is there.
Okay.
Do
no
I
problem.
need to? Do I need to roll athletics again?
Suplex.
No,
it.
you have him. He didn't try to break out of it.
He's not okay. So I can attack him twice.
Yep.
All right. With advantage
You
or
should
just
move it.
regular?
It would have been advantage if Zarek had screamed at him, but I don't know if he was planning on doing that.
I can't wait.
Oh,
No.
You should have waited.
I should have waited.
I should have waited.
Okay, so you go to
Oh, man.
punch, but it throws you off balance. You're gonna be flat-footed for a round, which means basically I'm just gonna have advantage on you for a round.
On me for a round?
Yeah.
Okay.
You left
Well,
yourself.
as long
open.
as I still grapple him, I guess.
Yep, you still got to
Um,
grapple. You're just off balance.
You should have just moved him, dude.
Yeah.
Move that.
Yeah,
boy.
you can drag him.
You can drag him away
I
from the
guess.
opening.
Well, I'm attacking him this
That's a
time.
hit.
You can still, I mean,
you can still drag him because that's part of your move.
Oh, okay. So I can still hit him and then drag him?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm back.
Roll that damage.
All right. So 5.
Okay.
And how does dragging work? Do I
Half
just
speed.
have speed? Okay.
Yep.
So where am I taking him? Are you guys
Away
like
from
telling
the
him to
corner, I
move some?
guess.
Move him
Put
back?
him away
Okay.
from the corner. Don't let him get away.
So I'll move him.
can't move him through other dudes. I don't think.
Oh,
Can't go.
Tariq?
You can't go through Zarik. Unless Zarik wants to move.
Well, I'm kind of like shimmying through Zarik. Besides Zarik.
I'm shimmying past the. I'm like, oh, whoa, hey, excuse
I
me.
think he can move through me. I think that's because I'm tiny.
You're not
Well, he
tiny.
You're
can't
not
drag this guy over you as well.
Yeah.
You're medium.
Oh, is he like? Is that monster huge?
Tariq, it's your turn.
At the
Just,
moment,
like,
he's
scoot
medium
out of the
size.
Okay,
Oh, is he
so
medium?
He is at the
I'm not
moment. Yeah.
medium. I'm small.
I'll move him over
I
here
should
then,
probably put him back.
right here.
I was gonna switch him out for a different character, but then I have to. Well, I just didn't.
I can move if you need
Move
me to
over
move.
here.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. I'll scoot you around right here so you can get that advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, goes Zarik.
All right. Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, you will.
I'm going to hit him.
Yeah, you will.
That's a hit.
Ooh,
Roll that advantage.
crit. Good thing it was advantage. All right. Nine damage.
9 damage. Hey, he's getting hacked up.
Yay. And that's it.
Eru. And Saren.
I look over at Saren, knowing that he's going to flank with me.
Yes. I will.
I'll step up. And booming blade. Oops. Uh, 18.
18 is a hit.
This is plus 3. 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And I will take a step back. That's my turn.
Anything, Saren?
I'm going to cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay. So on his turn, he begins to his body begins to shift back into that dog form, big dog, big black
He's a
wolf.
big dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big dog.
And he is looking looking pretty haggard. But he shifts back into this wolf form, and he's gonna go nutso on Krog here.
Okay.
Oh, wait. End of Joe's turn, you reroll your 10
Oh,
HP?
yes, I do. I forgot about that. I had Bless up too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing
All
great.
right, 10.
Yay!
Nice.
Wow,
Okay.
10. Okay, so he's got 2 claws, and he's also going to
Okay.
bite on Krog. All 3 are just chomping and clawing at you. And he has
Okay.
advantage because you are flat-footed. So
Right.
claw number 1. Whew. 11.
Oh my.
Is 11 a hit? I think it is on you, isn't it?
It does. It
Get some
does.
dexterity going.
Oh, man.
Hey!
4 slashing damage. He
Oh.
slashes your ankle a little bit.
Okay, not too
Claw
bad.
number 2 is a hit
Okay.
for 10 damage. Another slash on the other ankle. And then he's going to bite you. With with an 11.
Just barely get it each time.
And you're going to
Okay.
take 11 damage on that one. And give me a con save
So
Con save.
as he's sinking his teeth into your belly pretty seriously.
Oh. Okay. 10.
Okay.
Oh wait, does Bless activate?
It
Yeah,
does.
it's saving throw. Plus,
Okay.
So 12.
So
14.
14.
You, as his wolfy mouth bites into your belly, you can see blood starting to squirt out as you are taking 2 more points of damage and you are bleeding.
Ouch.
You're gonna need to spend an action, or someone else will have to medicine you to fix that.
Okay.
I don't remember. Okay, so I'm going to put in a wolf, just for effect. 'Cause I don't want to hear Isaac whining over there.
Am I whining?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Very.
Oh, look at the little cute dog.
There he goes.
Ah. It ain't so little anymore.
Hey, bottom of the round.
Okay.
Still have him grappled?
You do.
Okay.
Am I supposed to? I'm not. I don't have disadvantage on everyone but him, right?
Yes.
So bottom of the round,
gonna
which would
wait.
be Krog, Zarik,
All right. I'm gonna hit him.
And Sunny.
Sunny Pants,
Sunny.
Sunny pants.
Sunny Cheeks.
Sunny cheeks. Dude. Trying to insult my sunny cheeks.
18.
That is a hit.
And 18. Okay. He's going to take. Ooh, 10 damage.
Nice.
What was a? Okay.
That's it.
Krog.
I am going to. If I drag them out of Zarik's range, is that an attack of opportunity?
Nope.
No.
No,
force
it's only
drag
when
doesn't-
they move.
Yeah, force drag doesn't
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
Which is kind of lame. That'd be a cool way of doing it. Build a
That
character.
would be
Build a
interesting.
character based around that. Grabbing and dragging.
Literally,
that's all you do.
yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna go
That
for
would
an
get
attack
annoying
then.
real fast. For the DM.
Yeah.
What do you do this turn? I drag him out of someone else's range. And then drag
13?
him back in and then drag him back out
13
again.
misses.
Okay.
You're
attack.
blessed.
Oh yeah.
And you have
yeah, yeah,
advantage.
And you have advantage.
yeah. So we'll just throw the blessing right now. And advantage. So
18.
18.
That hits.
Okay. First attack, right in the face.
Okay.
How's he looking?
Looking pretty bad. His lips all cut up. He's got all missing some fur. Pretty bloody.
Okay. I'll attempt another attack. So that's 1. And that's 2. And then if
14 is a miss.
The bless.
with
18.
18 is a hit.
Yay, bless.
Bless. Okay.
Bless that
And then
D4 to your hip.
my second
Any D20.
attack.
Is it once per round?
Oh, is it? I don't know.
What is it?
Is bless every dice roll or once per round?
It's every attack and saving throw.
So 7.
7 damage.
Nice.
Okay, you go in and he's got you by the, or you got him by the leg, and your
Mhm.
like left hand's on his leg and your right hand just boof boof boof, and you boof him one too many times and he
Boofed him.
drops.
Wait,
You boofed him too hard, dude.
You boofed him.
What happened? Keep going.
I do my touch of death and gain 4 temporary.
On your
hit
last
points.
boof, you open your hand and like palm his face, and you can see Krog's
Energy
wounds
out of him.
heal. And as
Yeah.
Krog does this, you see this wolf start to shift back, but not into a human, but more a humanoid form, and kind of like a very large version of one of those creatures you guys have been fighting,
Oh,
but a very big version of it. He's got that cindery skin and doggy kind of face, kind of jagged, scaly skin, and he is dead on the ground.
Good.
Do we hear anything? Is there anything coming this way?
Give me a perception check.
I saw perception as well.
14.
You don't hear anything. All quiet.
15.
You do. You can feel a gentle breeze coming from the left passage. The right passage, you get nothing. Just darkness.
Okay.
Darkness both ways.
Do I know, like, is that passage going into town or out of town? Can I tell from the direction we came in? And
Figure you guys are a ways south out of town.
okay,
You're certainly within the tree line, and then quite a bit more outside town.
can
and this
can I?
and this path looks to continue further out of town.
Can I inspect the body?
Yeah.
What would I roll?
Investigation.
Why
I
not
just want to
inspect the
see
bones.
anything interesting.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna
investigation.
go in there and try to help this guy out.
13.
He is a devil in nature. You know of old stories of devils and imps and no, not demons, but this guy matches that description, especially with the fiery skin. He doesn't have anything on him though.
I got a 9 on the bones.
He doesn't have any bones. He is.
He's digging
For
through the
the
bone
these bones.
Oh
bone
yeah,
piles.
yeah. There's nothing new of interest there. Your rogue found all kinds of stuff, or found what was there.
When I looked through there, did I see anything that either looked like some of the Ender's old clothes, or do I see any bones that appear to be elven in nature? Can I tell those things?
Give me a medicine check.
13.
One of the you find a good femur, and is lighter weight. Could fit an elf bone. You more notice that those teeth marks that are in these bones do match this fella's teeth now that he is not in wolf form.
Hold it up to his mouth. Look at that.
We have a dental match.
Yeah.
What's going on down here? Look at Entar. You remember any more?
I was about to say, are we gonna let this guy out? Like,
You should
guys
probably
wanna-
put some clothes on. You can find your clothes over there.
He goes over and he rummages through the pile and grabs his clothes.
I don't remember ever letting him out of the cage.
I unlocked it.
He says, I don't remember anything. I went outside and I do remember there was some vagrant came up to me and asked me for a coin or something. Asked me for something to drink. And then I was here.
Do you remember what he was wearing?
Just like a black hood.
Do you see it in here?
No?
Interesting. Did you recognize this vagrant?
No, but when you were fighting him, it looks like what that guy was wearing. When he was wearing a cloak.
Was it that man? Was it him?
I think so.
Did you see him or the wolf or both?
I saw a wolf also, but then then this guy came up to me and talked to me.
So there are more?
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe it's the same person. I didn't see him together. I just saw the wolf when I came outside, and then this guy came up to me.
Well, Entar, we were down here looking for you because
Me?
I am looking for someone named Yendra. Do you know her?
Yeah, I know Yendra.
Everybody can get up to 10 temporary hit points.
Elf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she came in. She was really want to know what we were doing. We do these jobs. Folks come and ask us to reclaim things, and we go in and we do it. She was really curious about one of these jobs we did. I don't know why, but
Which one?
well, I'm not supposed to disclose any of this kind of information, but you did save my life. So I'll give you a little bit, but we're just out. We got a job to go dig near the Henge of the Moon. A site there. And
What are you looking for?
Just some relics. I don't know.
What kind of relics are you looking for there?
Well,
Uh,
we found what he was wanting.
What was it?
Just some jar of some kind.
I've ever heard of that.
Yes. He said, kind of looks like an urn. Had a top on it. Has some writing on it.
Is it like the one that we found back in the gnomes? Okay, we got to get there. We got to go now
Where?
to the hinge where you found this.
Well, we already got it. We already gave it to him.
Gave it to
Where
who?
is it?
Well, we just loaded it onto his boat. I didn't see who he sent him. Some human came in off of the job. I don't think he's the one who's actually doing the business.
What was? You got to give us some names. What's going on?
Well, now you got to leave me out of this. I didn't tell you any of this.
Of course not.
Important in my. I'll tell you whatever. You saved my life, but it's important that this is my business.
I understand.
A fella named Kia came in and said he had a buyer. Just needed some work done and needed us to go dig in these old ruins. There's ancient ruins all over the place. Typically we go in and retrieve someone's lost jewelry or whatever, but this guy he was pretty specific. There was an urn in this old abandoned shrine. It's about a mile or two south of that hinge out there. We went out there right about the time. It was kind of convenient, now that you bring it up. We went out there at the same time these lizards came in and were just tearing the place up. Got in there, got the jar, and brought it back.
You didn't open that jar, did you?
No, he was pretty specific to not open it.
We need
Why?
to find out who that is.
You put it on what? Do you know what boat it was? Did the boat have a name?
We met him in the tavern where we do all our business. I don't do a lot. It's also part of my business to not go looking into this sort of stuff.
All right, so we got Kia, and then he was a human.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. I just stubbed my toe so bad.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Let's give Joe a break.
Yeah.
That's the worst ever. And he didn't even cuss. You know what? I'd have definitely dropped an F-bomb if I
Man.
stubbed my toe.
dang. Ow.
Excellent restraint, sir.
10 out of 10 on the handling of that.
So you have no idea what kind of boat he was on?
Just a little sloop comes through here. I've seen it before. I couldn't tell you the name. I could see it. I could pick it out for you if I saw it. I don't know the name of it. Maybe one of my counterparts might know more.
Well, let's get you back to them, and hopefully they got some answers, because we do need to know. That jar is dangerous. Very dangerous.
If you say so. Just a jar.
I'm kind of just here because your wife hired me.
I don't have a wife.
It's a different version you're looking for, I think.
No! All that work for nothing. Well, really, you guys did most of the work anyway, so it's okay.
I did so. It says, your kid looks like he's playing in the back of a moving van right now. I never said that is what it looks like, isn't it? He's got the lead.
He's doing the van life, dude. Living the van life.
Got that U-Haul look.
It's a bed.
I want to quickly take a look down both of these paths. Just see how far I can see while I've got the 300 sight. Just go maybe 40 feet down one and 40 feet down the other.
Okay, the one on the right is much even smaller of a crawlway than the one you came in. It's about a 3 foot tall, 5 foot wide crawl almost like a crack in the ground. Not like it's been dug out, but almost like it's been kind of like it's a natural crack in the ground that goes down, reasonably steep, and kind of back and forth.
Okay.
The one to the left, is channeled out, kind of like once you get through that opening there, is channeled out like the one you came in, 5 feet, and it does have a gentle up slope. You go 40 feet. Give me a perception check. Look at this for both of these caverns.
Yeah, on that.
17 and a 20.
Okay, go down on the right side, you pick up the faint sound of snoring again. And on the left side, on the right side down, when you go down and deeper.
Okay.
And on the left side, when you're climbing up, you do pick up a faint chatter of someone's talking. And you've seen them before, so it's some of these imp fellas are talking way down the path. Can't tell what they're saying, but you can pick up the noise, the rumble of a conversation.
Okay. I'll come back into the main room here and say there's more of them on down both of these sides. Should we try to cave these in? Or just go down there and deal with them?
If you have a plan for caving it in, seems like a lot less work for us.
I don't have a plan per se other than just hit it with a crowbar and see how much dirt I can get down.
Well, I mean, just because you plug this hole doesn't mean they can't get out. If there's wind coming from over there, that probably means they have an opening on the other side.
Sure. But do we want to cave this in so we can go back up, or do we want to try to explore them and eliminate them? I feel like we should do something.
Yeah, I don't think we can really leave them here. So let's head in. I think heading in and dealing with the head on is the best bet.
Okay.
No.
The ones on the right, I think, are asleep.
Do your thing, Eru.
Okay.
Got
I'll try to go down there
To the right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I will do the same thing.
stealthily.
Give me a stealth check. Who's going down there? Whoever's going down there, give me stealth checks.
I'm not gonna go down there. I'll let Eru go first.
I'll stay in the back too, just in case of anything.
25.
Ooh.
Maybe you should stay here.
Cling clong.
It's a pretty narrow zigzag back and forth corridor. And you enter this.
How much narrower is it?
It's the same width, but it's only 3 feet tall. So you're really crawling in to get into this place.
Okay. All right. I'll try to. Actually, you know what? I am gonna go ahead and make myself make a wisdom save. Yeah, I get about halfway down there and I freeze, turn around and I'm like, move, Zurich, move, and I start shoving him out of the way. Come back into the room and I can't. It's too small.
You got
Too small. Do you need me to do it?
Zarik's just like standing. He's barely shrugging. Zarik's like, what do you mean? This is as big as my bedroom back home.
Breathing hard, a little bit of sweat.
You all right?
I'll be fine. I can't go down there.
Zarik.
Alright. Seems like I'll go down there.
I'll cast guidance on him
I'll
as
go
he
down
goes
there.
You're
down.
already down there, Zarik. Unless you want to come back with him. He got about 60 feet down.
I'll go down there.
Okay.
I'll walk back up with him, and then I'll head back down.
Okay. Zarik and Sassy. I can't remember your name. I don't know why.
Sunny Cheeks.
Sunny Cheeks.
Sunny.
Sassy.
Just call me Sunny.
Sassy Cheeks.
Sassy cheeks.
So the two of you go down. Give me a stealth check, Sassy.
A cell check?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Let me
no,
reroll my stealth check since I'm going back down there.
No, you're good.
No, you did good. I'm not very stealthy.
All right, so you weave back and forth, and you go, and you're probably a good 150 feet, maybe 200 by the time you get to this opening. And you guys are crawling in there. Both of you guys are just walking pretty much fine. You just kind of shrugging, keeping your head down.
I'm barely over 3 foot tall.
And you peek around this corner here, and it opens up into this large room. And in this large room, you count 13 of these critters, imps.
Mm.
They're just sort of passed out, kind of along the walls. Similar to that other room that you're in before, a smaller version, but this is a big version of it. In the center, there's some crates. There's 3 bags. It's like a pile of, you can see like some coins just sitting there in the middle. And this is probably a 100-foot diameter circle room. And they're mostly in the back, we'll say northeast corner and east, that side over there. And the loot, we'll call it, is all sort of stuck there in the middle. On the left side is some more piles of bones and also some uneaten bone chunks, as well as a like one of these guys has been carved on like a little statue of some kind. It's also tossed over there to the left side. Everything is sleeping. As you turn the corner, there's a couple of them that start to snort and kind of roll over. You can tell they're not heavily asleep. So if you want to try to go in here, you're gonna have to be sneaky, basically, without waking them up.
Well, my new lizardy friend, I whisper into his ear, what do you want to do?
Well, I say we gotta kill him.
All right, yeah, that's a plan. But there's only 2 of us, and there's a lot of them.
Well, it seems like we gotta do it quietly.
You're telling me you're gonna jump down there, and you're gonna kill them one by one, without making any noise whatsoever.
Unless you got a better plan.
That sounds extremely impressive. I'd like to watch that. I'm gonna stay up here.
How many are there?
13 of them. So
13 of 'em.
here's your chamber over here.
Are they like the imps that we fought last night? Or
Yep, and the ones you just
last week?
killed in their sleep. So you guys enter from over here. See my thing here? Imagine there's walls. Just imagine there's walls.
This is a big
Imagine.
room.
It is a very big room. And in the center, I'll put some stuff in the center here. Is the boxes and there's 3 bags. Ooh, some of them are floating in the
Look at all
center
them
there.
bags.
And there's some junk and bones and like maybe like the food storage and just craft land. Those are here on the left side. And then all along the wall, there's 13 of them in here right now, but this probably fits 50 of them inside this room. And most of them are cuddled up all in this side over here.
They're all cuddled up where? Sorry, show that again.
Here, I'll put them in here. Like that. Oh, you probably can't see that, can you?
They're tiny.
Well,
Those are cats.
Those are cats, but
This is a Halloween scene. You've got autumn leaves on the ground and a bunch of cats hiding out in the leaves.
so you guys are all sitting right here on the edge.
Look at all them cats.
Where's Zarik? There he is. You guys are right there.
Okay, so Zarik is
Oops.
I'd lower you down, but I
Changing
don't
his
have the
mind.
strength for that.
I barely made it here.
Those cats look pretty vicious.
Whatever you do, don't say the word vet.
Yeah. Cats are way easier to the vet than dogs.
You got any more thing else I can? Do you have any other things than just throwing rocks at enemies?
I mean, I can do all kinds of things, but I'm not particularly quiet, and you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of guys down there.
The floor is just sort of littered with like little scraps of cloth. It's just dirt floors, and it's just a dirt domed room.
We're up off the ground, right? We're not just like standing in the opening right here.
You're like around the corner here.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like an elevated platform looking down in.
No, you're at the corner of this room as looking in. This does continue. This way. See, the tunnel
Oh, okay.
you're in continues on, but then there's an offshoot here where all this is.
Well, lizard guy, you gonna go in there and stab him one by one? That's what you said.
Yeah, would you like to help me?
I'm not much of a stabber. My arms are a little too weak for stabbing.
I think I can handle it.
If something goes wrong, I'll help you. You know, if something goes wrong in a way that they wake up, because anything that I'm gonna do would wake them up.
You don't seem like the best person to have come here with me.
Well, you know, small people, small tunnel. You know what I'm saying? He came back out of there. He seemed pretty scared about being in a small tunnel. So
Yeah,
I figured I'd come up here.
All right. Well, what do you think, tiny man?
He's taller than you are.
Yeah, I am taller than you, just a little bit. What do you mean?
Well, he is a tiny man. He's a man. That's small.
You're the one who said you can go in there and stab them one by one. I never said anything about stabbing them one by one. You seem pretty confident.
Well, no, I don't.
Why don't you seem confident now? You were fine like 1 minute ago.
You see how many there are?
Why are you changing your mind now?
Oh man.
You want me to go back and get some of your friends? One of the ones that aren't scared of tunnels?
I think that seems like the best idea.
Man, I'm not sure about your group. You guys change your mind a lot. Okay, I guess I'll go get him.
All right. We'll head back.
I'm gonna have him crawl. No, you stay here.
All right, fine. I'll keep watch.
I come back in the room and I go, he's done. He's done for. I pop back out of the hole. All right, guys. Well, your lizard buddy's back there waiting to see what you guys want to do. There's like 13 little guys in there.
15.
At first he seemed 15?
13.
13. I thought I was right. 13 guys. Don't listen to that lizard guy.
He can't even hear you from down here.
I hear from the distance. 13.
They all wake up.
They all wake up. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of them in there, and when we got there, he seemed really confident about like walking in there and stabbing each of them one by one without any of them waking up. He sounded like he definitely could have done it. And then as soon as I told him to go do it, and that I'd back him up if something went wrong, he backed down. So I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do.
Sounds like Zarik.
It does
He
sound
sounded
like
really
Zarik.
overconfident. It was like I was honestly impressed. He was like, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna stab him one by one, and he asked me if I could help him stab, but I'm not really built for stabbing.
Okay. I can try again.
If you want, we can blindfold you and I can pull you, or not me. I won't pull you. Someone else.
That won't be necessary. I'm going to start walking down the thing
I'll
again.
cast guidance and say, "It'll be all right. You can do this."
Get about halfway down there.
I'll just walk in front.
Oh.
Wow.
Going down. Deep breaths, deep breaths. It's going to be okay. I make my way down to the room.
I look back at him. I'm like, small tunnels aren't that bad. You looked.
Nobody asked you, new guy.
You looked a little freaked out earlier. Is all I'm saying. I'm just trying to help you out, man.
Okay, I make it to this room. Are they still all asleep currently?
We're all like right here. And Tariq's just still sitting there.
Yeah, what are you doing in that time, Zarik? It takes him probably about 20 minutes.
20 minutes? Jeez.
Woof.
That's a long tunnel.
Go back 100 and, well, I guess maybe not long one. 10 minutes.
I love how the
Back.
little cigar glows. That's pretty great.
How loud is a crossbow?
Pretty loud, dude. He goes, ka-chunk.
Boom.
You
And then you gotta reload it. It goes.
Yeah. Now you can pull him. Click.
Yeah, he's got to
Your mic
pull.
cut
He doesn't
out right
have.
as you
He
made
doesn't
the
have a
sound.
cranky bow. He's got to pull.
Yeah,
the
he has
bow.
a pull. Still makes a lot of
I'm
noise.
not upset. It's not very cranky.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You know that if you fired a crossbow, it would probably wake him up.
So guys,
Well,
now that
I-
we're all here, you guys want to go in and try to stab him?
Well, I still wake him up if I were just to go in there and stab him.
Not if
Well,
you're stealthy
you
enough.
Do it really quietly.
All
You
right.
don't have to like. You don't
let's-
have to yell before your attacks. We're not. You, know, you can just like really slowly slide the knife into him.
Yeah, I'll. I'll
Maybe I should try
slowly-
first.
Give me a stealth
Yeah.
So
check.
this is why you guys are going in. I'm gonna go in.
Stealth check, David.
Oh, okay. I'll wait here then.
All right.
Go where you want to go, and then give me a stealth check. Half movement.
Okay. Half movement. I think you only moved like 5 feet.
So you move. You can go there. If you can go to there if you want.
All right.
15.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh.
He's a stealthy boy.
Disadvantage, though.
Oh.
No.
Oh, disadvantage because you're in armor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's walking in there, real quiet.
Clank, clank.
But as he's walking, he kicks
Uh.
something, a little metal ring on the ground. He kicks it,
The one ring.
and goes clanking across the ground. And you hear, oh, oh, oh. And
I
he starts.
tap-
You see 26 little boop, boop, eyes boom, shoot open. We're gonna roll initiative.
I tap Eru on the back and I go, "Why did he go in first? It
I
sounds
don't
like
know.
he's not very
I
stealthy."
don't know. I don't know.
This is why you guys are walking down.
Oh no.
Oh, this is
Wait, you're doing this
you did
before
this
they get
before
there?
we got there?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Okay.
You're
All
boned.
right.
He got wrecked.
Also, I'm in front of you.
We're gonna get down there and find a dead Zarik. As
Alright.
this
Wait, it takes
character's
us
gonna
20
suffer.
minutes to get back?
No, they were
Seven.
gone. You guys were gone for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I shortened it to
So
10.
we're like-
We'll say you've got.
This kobold.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Why does
It's
Zuri
I got
die
an
so
eight.
bad? Why do you
Fate.
want to die?
I got
This is
eight.
other kobold.
Please don't like a 1 or something.
Okay, so you have 26 little glowy eyeballs all looking at you in their beds. It's your turn.
Okay. The Zerik's running.
You rolled
Man,
what'd
they
you
wake
roll?
up quick.
A 7, an 8.
Yeah, you beat me.
He's running out of there.
I hear clank, 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 but coming back down the hallway, and I'm like, is he running back towards us?
You guys hear dum, 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 as you hear his boots running on the ground, and you hear these shouts. They were shouting at you before in this language no one understands, and they were just you hear these chirps and these shrieks, Mines of Moria style. Sorry, Eric, you haven't watched Lord of the Rings in a while. When the goblin starts, as soon as fool of a toque, he knocks the thing, and you start hearing these little squeaks and chaps and whatever word I want to use for there. You start hearing all these noises coming from that hallway. So we will. David, you're running, right?
Yes,
Okay.
he's full
You're
on dashing.
taking off down the hallway there.
Yep, back to
You
where
guys-
I came in.
They are 2 rounds behind you. You get to about the halfway point was when you run into Eru and Sassy Pants.
That's it.
All right. I say we need
You
to get
guys
out of here.
see Kobold with tears in his eyes and running back.
26. 26 of them. We need to get out of here.
26.
No, there's not
26
no.
eyes.
Eyes.
26 eyes.
There's 26.
There's 26 of them, bro.
No.
They all have 1 eye each.
26
eyes.
cyclopses. They're all coming.
Oh,
So we're like
no.
down here now.
You're halfway there. So you're about 90 feet in the corridor.
Just like gather up the courage to try again, and I'm breathing deep and doing okay. And he starts
So-
running at me.
So he rushes back to you guys. He gets to you
What
guys.
is happening?
What do you want to do?
Turn around, turn around.
I'm gonna wait for these things. I'm gonna blast them.
You gonna wait for him?
I'm going to
Man.
get out of this hallway.
We can back up, but I'm gonna blast them in
Bring
this
them back to a
hallway.
box.
You can.
What did you do?
You can very clearly hear them shouting and chirping, and you can hear their footfalls as they're clawing along the ground here.
Does
They're coming.
Sunny Cheeks understand him?
What language did you speak?
Oh no, I speak Common, Druidic, Halfling, and Primordial.
Not this
Probably
one.
Infernal.
What's your name? Goater?
Yeah.
I don't remember your
Daughter.
Goddard.
Gord of the Rings.
Gord. Yeah, I'm Gord. That's my name. Gord Sunny Cheeks.
Over sunny cheeks.
Goiter. Is that what it is?
Goiter Sunny Cheeks.
Okay, so Eru and Zarik run past, and you're gonna stay there.
I'm gonna back up with them, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna like prepare an action for when the first one I see. I'm just gonna like.
They are 2 rounds behind Zarik. So I'll let you plan this how you
Okay.
want.
There
I'm
we'll
gonna
go.
back up to the entrance
Okay.
where we're all at.
Okay. So
Yeah,
everyone
we're all
get,
back there.
get your
I'm
character
gonna use
over
a-
there.
I'm gonna use my my feature Storm Ascension. Let's see. It doesn't actually say that it has any visual thing, so you guys probably wouldn't even notice. And I'm gonna wait for him, and as soon as I hear him getting close, I'm gonna shoot a 60-foot gust of wind in there.
Let's unclog this toilet.
Yeah. Whoa-bow! I'm gonna put a dust devil in the hallway.
There you go. There's your tunnel they're coming into.
I
Okay,
will
everyone gets where you want to be. You
hide
got
on
2
the-
rounds to get back and get where you want to be. You can prepare your action. Everyone
It's
put
like a
yourselves
wind.
where you want to be.
Yeah, Sunny Cheeks is a thunderstorm guy.
So where's this happening?
This corridor here, and you can
Right
hear
there?
it. They're very noisy. They are charging.
Oh yeah, I
into here.
gained temp HP. I gained
So-
16 temp HP.
I'm gonna stay there and wait for the party to see what happens.
Yeah, I will stand here. Gotta pee.
He's got pee.
Okay, so first thing you notice is you see the white glowy eyes. There's a whole bunch of them as they're charging in, and you can go ahead and make.
As soon as I see their eyes,
Yep.
bam, here we go.
Okay.
60-foot long, 5-foot wide gust of wind. They all need to make a DC 14 strength save.
60 foot. You're gonna wait until they get to the opening to try to get as many as you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit as many as I can.
Okay. They are. You can see there's 2 of them crammed into each of these squares. 2 per
Yeah.
square running into here. So if you want to wait till the very end, you can get all but one of them.
I'll do that.
They'll be right on Zarik there, or right on you if you want to stand there. Unless you want to play trade places with Zarik.
Yeah, trade place with Zarik.
Can you shoot it past
Alright.
him, or does it shoot from you?
I can shoot it past him. Yeah, I can have it come in like at the top and down inside.
Okay. Is that gonna be 5 foot less?
Yeah, so it'll be 5 foot less distance.
Okay, so I've got,
All but 3.
yeah, so 9 of them. 10 of them.
Yeah, 10.
Okay, what's my save?
DC 14 strength.
Strength. So 1, 2, 3, 4 made it. 1 fumbled it.
So all the ones that failed get pushed back 5 feet and take.
I'm gonna put these characters out here, and I'm gonna do like a. Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Let's see. Yeah, the ones that fail take 3 damage, and they get knocked back 5 feet.
Okay. Let me get these cats back in here. Three, 4, 5, 6.
Actually, can I take that back and do something else? I'm actually going to use one of my spells, my circle spells. I'm going to use Gust of Wind, which is a constant 60 foot, 10 foot wide instead of 5 foot wide. Just going to hit them. I'm going to shoot it before I can see their eyes, right as I see their eyes, and it makes it difficult to get up.
Okay.
2 feet of movement for every 1 foot.
Okay. I still take the same damage, or just change the
No
thing?
damage. No damage. It's just like a column of super fast wind that takes you double movement to move towards us.
Okay. Let's put these out a little bit. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so no damage, just the difficult thing. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. And they still make a save for that?
No. There is no save for this.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, you do need to make the save. And if they didn't make the save, they get pushed back 15 feet.
Okay. You actually do get all of them because you got 60 feet.
Winged Flames got my back in the
yeah,
chat.
Yeah. So there's the other 3. Oh, I got 2 fumbles. Okay. So if they made it, nothing happens, but if they missed it, they go back.
15 feet.
What if they can't go back because there's people in the way?
I suppose they all just collide into each other.
Yeah,
and
they
fall
just
down.
kind of like the first guy.
That's up to you.
We'll say they drop prone, yeah, because they're kind of all crammed in there, as they are right now. So you can't really push them back. You can push the ones in the back. I'm gonna knock them prone.
Okay.
That worked
It
for you?
takes double movement to move towards us.
Okay. So,
Like, anybody got ranged attacks?
I do, but everyone's sort of standing in the way.
Actually, I'll get them next turn.
easier way of doing this.
I'm like piling them all together for a nice big ice knife. I'll step to the side.
Okay.
1d6 bludgeoning
Yeah, you
damage
start
for
pushing
every
them back.
10 feet they can't
Okay,
be
maybe.
pushed is what he yeah, I like that.
The big gust of wind comes in there, and they all start getting pushed back and getting knocked over. And there's just chaos in there. More shrieking and screaming going on as well. So it's double movement to get out of there now? To go in?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
double movement to
So
move
the wind
towards
is
us.
constant.
Yeah, and it is loud.
Okay. Everyone else, what do you want to do?
Can I?
I'm standing right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay. I'm just gonna stay
the
where I'm
doorway.
at.
Oh, if he's standing at the door, then I will just not do anything because I can't shoot through him. So
You can
Okay.
shoot over him.
he's short.
You
Can
shoot
I
over
like
him.
peek my head out from hidden and shoot at the one right in the front?
I'll give you disadvantage. Just because, or I'll give myself +2 AC. Shooting around Zarik. Because it's kind of a small hole, and Zarik is standing in front of it.
The wind will just suck the arrow right at him, right?
Yeah.
It's like a big
Accelerate
vacuum.
it.
Is there anything with ranged attack on that? Sometimes those wind spells have can't shoot.
No. Warding wind does that, but not this.
So am I effectively hidden from them?
You can't be right there. You'll have to be where you can actually see him.
Well, I mean, I would step up right there and then just lean over and fire.
Okay.
If it doesn't look like I can do it, then I won't do it.
You'll have to make a stealth afterwards. That's what you're asking. Just like always.
Well, yeah, because you said we were getting ready to do whatever you want, and I said I
Yeah.
was going to hide.
You're gonna hide, yeah, and then you can just lean over and
So-
take a shot. It's fine.
Okay, so this would have been the hide. 12.
Okay.
Ooh, double fives.
You are
But
not.
I don't know if they know that I was there in the first place. So I don't know.
Oh,
But I will shoot a crossbow.
by the way, when they start their turn in it, they need to make another save too
To do for what?
to get blown back another 15 feet.
So 21. Do I have advantage from being hidden or not?
You do not.
Okay, so then
You do hit it.
it's real bad. 7 damage, and then I'm gonna move back here.
And they're like you're basically hidden, but they're aware of you because they're aware of
Okay.
enemies in here. Okay. Everyone else?
Back over here.
I'm gonna cast resistance on Zarik. I'll run up to him, cast it, and then run back.
What does that give me?
You get
D4 on your next saving throw, I think.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Stay there.
Stay there. Okay, my turn. The ones that
Yep.
made it, do they need to make a save as well? Again?
As soon as they start their turn in the wind, if they're still in the wind, they need to make another save.
So I give so you save as you cast it, and that's 2 saves.
And
That doesn't make any sense.
well, it was the first save.
It makes sense though because
me
then
read it to you.
I'm making 2 saves on the same. I haven't done anything.
Any creature in the line. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, just go ahead and don't. You can walk up while I read it. Each creature that starts a turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you.
Does that
Oh,
happen?
okay. It would have
it's
happened
just-
now. Yeah.
It happens now. Okay.
It would have happened now.
Okay. So what's going to happen then is the ones that failed it aren't
Yep.
going to move, but the ones that didn't fail it are going to go ahead and move on up and attack. So basically, they're trying to move, but everyone stops. But the ones that made it can continue going.
Double move. It takes them double move to move, by the way.
Oh yeah. So it takes 9, so 18 to get there. If they failed it, or everyone.
Regardless, it takes double movement to walk into it.
So he's gonna go up there, and he's going to make a bite. 18
Miss.
and a tail. 22.
That hits.
You're gonna take. Sorry, you guys are nasty. What's that? 6 damage from that guy. You can make an attack if you want because he's moving back out of the way. I should be able to move faster if I go out of the way.
Double speed going with the wind.
Double speed going with the wind. Yeah.
He's gonna go back over here. You make an attack on him.
Yeah. 16.
You hit him.
10 damage.
Hi. Why's it got to be 10? Okay. All right. Next guy's gonna come on up. There. He's gonna go and bite and claw.
Miss.
They can just
Um,
jump and get caught by the wind.
Next.
I know. I should be able to like. He's gonna step back out of the way.
If you
We
can
got-
do that, then the guys who didn't get pushed back should take some damage, like thrown into each other. Into the
he can move
wall
on
and
up
stuff.
here.
That would
Bite.
hurt.
16 and a 20.
Miss. 20 hits.
Take 11 damage.
11 damage.
These guys gonna crawl on up here. And they get pushed back, right?
Yeah, they would have been pushed. If they failed, they got pushed back 15 feet.
Push them back. Guess I should put them back at the beginning of the round, but okay. We'll do that. Okay. Okay, now it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna attack this guy in front of me. Oh, my dice.
Sorry.
Uh,
20.
Okay,
burning hands would be good.
give me normal damage and give me a
okay.
D8.
So 10,
A D8 twice.
8, and 8.
You did 10 damage?
Yep.
Okay. So you got him for 10, but then you got a nice, you slashed his chest up real good. And there's just this molten blood is pouring out of his chest.
Oh.
As you slash him, you're going to take a point of damage. And he's grabbing at his chest as this is just pouring out of him. He's bleeding.
And the blood's getting blown back onto all of it.
Yeah. Okay.
It'd
Next.
be like a vortex inside there. I'll step forward. Wait, where am I at? Why can't I move?
Zarik is kind of plugging the hole, so any sort of ranged attack through there, I'm just going to give him +2 to my guys.
Okay. I'm going to shoot an ice knife at these guys in the back.
Oh.
Okay,
Ah!
whoa, it's daytime.
Suddenly.
Here.
We can see now. Ice knife to who?
One of these ones further in the back.
Okay.
Like this guy. Or this guy in front of him if I can't hit him. 18.
18's a hit.
Nice. All right.
Why does he have damage?
So, he will take.
Oh, that's the one that you hit,
Yeah.
Isaac.
Wow, I am not good rolling good on damage. The one that hits will take 1. Everyone around him within 5 feet of him needs to make a DC 14 Dex save.
One of them made it.
Okay.
What happens?
There we go. It explodes and everyone in
ice
5
knife.
foot radius of him take 11 damage.
Wow, that's nasty.
Woo!
He takes some of that
Got
too,
it.
doesn't he?
Yeah, he took a D10.
Okay.
He doesn't get the explosion, but he takes a D10 initially. And then I'll move back.
Okay.
We are using.
Next.
I mean, I will
I'm gonna stay put.
poke my head out and fire again. I'm gonna fire at the one right in front of Zarik, so that I get some sneak attack damage. $12.
12 is a miss.
All right, I will scoot back.
Okay. Next. Anybody else?
I want to attack so bad.
No one can do anything. Zarik's just standing in the hole.
Okay, my turn.
How many? Ooh.
If it's your turn, they do need to make the save again.
Mm-hmm.
Are these things dropping pretty easy?
None of them have dropped yet.
None of them dropped. Okay.
They're all getting pushed back. Like a bunch of cats caught in a
I'm just
windstorm.
gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay, so I got this is still the starting in that square? Or is it starting was it starting in that square?
Starting in that square right in front of
Before they were there and they moved up. Was it still that
They moved
square
up
all the way
into
back?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all.
Actually, no, it would start at this second square. So this first guy's out of it.
Oh, okay. So
It's 10 foot wide because I want it to fill the whole corridor.
so 12 saves again. Ooh. Ooh.
14.
Yeah, I'm gonna recolor these things. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn them around. So if they missed it, they're backwards. Actually, I guess they go flying, don't they?
They go 15 feet back
Actually,
if they did not
He
save.
didn't. Let me do this. I'm gonna build
This
my-
is why I didn't do a summoning druid.
Thank God.
What are
They
you
start
gonna do
rolling
this
up in the
day?
thing. 15 badges in the hall. Fight each other to the death.
Fight each other to the death. Yeah.
Say it was what kind of save?
Strength.
Strength save. Okay, so he made it. He missed it. Back 15 feet. He made it. Back 15 feet. He made it.
This is where we need that lightning bolt. They're all in a straight line for you.
They're all on a nice straight line.
Push him back there. He runs into that.
I'm just making it to where they we can fight them in smaller numbers.
15, and then that one, and then that guy made it. Oh, it didn't do this first guy, right?
No, the first guy is good. The one behind him
Okay.
had to make the save.
Okay. So they're all pushed back. Okay, I got them backwards. So if they're facing the other way. Okay, I got it.
You got it.
All right.
You should
So
take this one little thing off the top.
is it still up? Oh, I got my camera zoomed in, so I can't see it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cat number 1 on Zarik. Bite.
Cat number 1.
Ah, crit.
Cat number.
No.
Yeah, crit,
Ooh.
and then a
What's the
thir-
silvery barbs?
13.
Oh, silvery barbs.
Yeah.
Good
Um,
call. We'll do that.
Does he have advantage?
No, it's bite and tail. Ah!
Oh yeah!
Oh,
And I will give advantage to Zarik. No, I will give advantage to Eru.
So this guy's crawling up here to go a bite, but he turns around and snaps at his friend over here.
oh.
There's no one for him to snap. Everyone else is
He's,
gone.
he's biting his other cat friend over here. Oh, actually, he's so he takes. All right. Okay. He bites his friend. Go ahead and make an attack if you want, Zarik. He's gonna move back out of the way.
Yeah, I'll hit him. What is that?
That's a hit.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Can take 6 damage.
Okay. That's enough. He dies.
And then
One
he flies down the hall.
dead.
Just gets sucked down
Okay,
the hall.
next. Well, I was doing both times. Okay. Oh, another crit.
Oh.
Bite crit.
Oh,
13. I did the same
also,
thing as
all
before.
silvery barbs, that one.
Okay, bite of a fumble.
Oh.
Okay,
What? In...
take an opportunity. Attack of opportunity, David. You get a free one as his little neck sticks out, but you get a free
And
attack of
I'll
opportunity.
give
on him.
I'll give my advantage to Zarik. So you have advantage on this roll, Zarik.
Yay.
Yes. Okay.
This guy's got a bolt already in his chest.
13.
Does not hit him.
You
You
get
have
advantage.
I get
Advantage.
advantage.
Nope.
Oh no.
Hi. He's going to move back as well. 20 feet.
That's two natural 20s to natural
See,
ones.
Yeah,
that's
two
in
natural
range.
ones,
He's gonna
literally.
bite.
Yeah.
Bite and tail.
Oh, did he get close enough? Dang, what a boss.
21.
Hits.
You're taking this. Do you have resistance for fire damage?
No.
You take 6 damage. Yeah, you got resistance
6
for something.
damage.
That's his full move. This guy's gonna move.
I think I just have bonus to like things or something. I don't know.
Bonus to things or something.
Double up there. So the guys that got pushed back, they can still move. They're just
Yeah, they can still move. It's double movement to move up. Oh, okay.
okay. They're gonna move back up. Here come the cats.
Come the cats.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
It is your turn.
Oh man.
Alright, I'm going to heal. Second wind.
Move over here.
My dice.
Sorry. I hate that.
Does that second one there? Does it look? Has it been hit?
The second one
Yeah.
has not been hit.
I'm gonna-
You don't see any hit ones.
I
Okay,
am going
I'll just
to-
fire at the first one then.
Okay.
With my
There's some
advantage
hit ones in the back.
from the thing.
Actually, you see 2 hit ones back here.
17.
That's a hit. This front guy.
Yeah. 16 points of damage.
Okay. Wait.
And then I am going to spend the rest of my movement to come back over here at this other entrance, and I'm just gonna like perk my ears up, see if I can hear anything.
Give me
coming
a
up.
go ahead and give me a perception check at disadvantage, using your bonus action to do that.
Also, it would be very loud in here.
Ooh.
18.
As a matter of fact, you do hear the sound of like sound of footsteps, but very slow footsteps.
Michael Myers is coming, you guys.
They're like very slowly coming down the muddy trail.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this first guy.
Okay.
With a 19.
19's a hit.
Good.
God dang it, monitor.
10
Okay.
damage.
Graphics card,
He
not
dies and he goes flying back out of the passage. Gets stuck by his friends, but he's gonna go out here. He did.
That's my turn.
Okay, anybody
I
else?
can't wait to hit level 5.
Yeah, I've got something. I just gotta wait for my
Still
monitor to come
just
back on.
chilling there.
Okay.
I am going to cast a second level spell here.
I don't like your turns.
I am going to cast Wither and Bloom. They all need to make a DC 14 con save.
All of them?
All the ones that were in that bubble.
Do the bubble again.
Yeah, you got it, boss.
Okay, all about that back
Actually, I
one.
think if I back it up, I can hit that back one and still hit the guy in the front. Yep.
He'll
They
just
all
have
need
it.
to make a...
He'll have it. Well, you can't get the. You don't have the one in the front now.
Oh, is there one at the very, very front?
There's one right here. You got them clipped a little bit, so they'll both have. You can have it. We can get it where, but they both have advantage.
All right, sure.
You got them, not quite half.
DC 14 con.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh,
9.
that's terrible damage.
These are the non-advantage ones. What do we need to make?
DC 14.
14. Okay, how much damage?
Not a lot. 4 damage.
4 damage. All this for 4 damage.
Sorry, I rolled really bad. It's
This guy took.
necrotic.
This guy took
Uh,
8 damage. Okay. DC 14. What? Con?
Con.
That guy's squealing. This guy, man, I have bad rolls. Both our parts. This guy didn't care about it at all. This guy made it. This guy made it. This guy did not. And then I've got my 2. Oh wait, my 2 that had advantage. Made it.
Made it.
Made it.
They take half.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Half on a fail.
Which ones did I don't remember which ones I did and which ones I didn't. One of them crit. I think this guy. Okay. Okay. Oh, and this one. All right, so you done?
No. This guy at the front needs to make a... This first one needs to make a DC 14 strength save. I'm going to push him telekinetically 5 feet back.
Okay.
Push him 5 feet back. Then I'll move.
Is it a bonus?
Yep. That's part of a feat.
I will.
I got a lot of
The
bonus
rest of,
action.
into my turn there, I'm going to say, Krog. And I'll motion for him to come over here.
Okay.
I've noticed he's not doing anything over there.
Eating popcorn. Watching Zurich just.
Good show over here, really.
Yeah, I.
Someone's coming. Be ready.
So. Wait, can I move now?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay.
I'll back up. So if you want to get up in there, you can.
Yeah. That's what I. Yeah, I'll do that.
We're
Oh, wait
fixing
here.
the bench from both sides.
Maybe.
Ooh, man. Oh, God.
Okay.
It's
My
about
turn?
to get hairy.
It might happen. It's going to happen.
You know what I
I got it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Is this
8,
where
9,
Saren
11.
snaps?
I got 11
Uh,
gusty wind saves.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of twos.
That's a lot of twos.
Okay, we'll start from the back. So I made it. 15. This is the worst. I don't want to play anymore.
Board control, baby. Board
Jeez.
control.
That's what you get for giving us tiny tunnels.
I never thought this spell would have worked out this good.
15. Okay, on their turn, this guy's gonna move up here and try to bite Zarik. Bite and claw. Bite and tail, I mean. 1919.
That just hits.
Okay. So
So guys, I need a ring of protection.
you're gonna take 8 damage and 10 damage. 18 damage from that little guy.
Oh
Whoa.
my god, that's why so much.
Jeez.
And then can you make it? Yeah, he can. Okay, so he's gonna step out of the way. Go ahead and swing at him if you want. That's a
14.
hit. That's a hit.
Oh, nice. Damage is coming.
Okay, let's see it.
10 damage.
Nice.
10 damage. Okay. Zarik, you can see this, that the, 60 feet is so long.
Yep.
Okay. They're getting pushed around, and you can see at, like, these, with your eyesight, they start, like, clawing at the wall. Like, they're going, like, together, like, as a group. They're all kind of grouped up here, and they start just going nuts at this wall, and you see dirt just flying. These are very prolific diggers, and they're all going at a spot over here. They're moving over here to try to start digging at this wall, kind of piling onto the top of each other. And you can see they're moving reasonably quick into this wall.
And all
Okay.
the debris they dig out just gets blown into
Yeah,
the guy
just-
next to his face. Like mud slapping him in the face.
They start digging in one spot, and the next turn they're like, "Oh, I'm 15 feet away from it now. I gotta dig somewhere else."
I don't want that. I want this
I thought
thing.
these walls were stone.
Yeah, it's dirt.
Okay, tell everyone they're getting ready to move. They're getting ready to dig around.
Okay, so they've started to get like a little 5-foot hole in there. Okay, that's my turn. It is now your turn. Ooh, what's your passive? Saren, you can start to hear the crackling of like dead leaves and dirt through this hallway, and you figure they've got to be close. You can't pinpoint how many of them, but maybe anywhere from 2 to 5 down that corridor.
Anywhere from 2 to 5, Grog. They're coming.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay, it is your turn. Top of the round.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this guy that's on me.
Okay.
Hey, 4 damage.
You're rolling like me. Dice clear.
I'm building. Just a second. I thought they won't.
Oh,
like
the
this
struggle.
is just a mess with them. They won't attack 13 of these things. They'll run away. It'll be scary. How much damage?
So you decided to send more.
4.
Well, the outside ones have to come visit. It's noisy. Okay, he's still alive.
Okay.
Whoever else wants to go.
How many of
Hey,
them are
Saren,
still
I could
visible
use a
down
heal.
that hall?
You can see all. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 2 more. You can kind of see them, but they're digging into a hole.
Okay, I'm gonna step back over here. 20 feet of movement. 25 feet of movement, and then I am going to try to. Can I see the front one that's digging?
He's got some pretty good cover on you. There's 2 of them that are in that hole.
Okay, I'll just try to shoot the one that's right in front of Zarik then.
The wind would fill that hole up to a certain degree.
10 foot, right?
10 foot wide.
Yeah.
This corridor doesn't look 10 foot wide.
It's not.
19,
19 is a hit.
Nice.
and it's the one right in front of Zarik there, so we get sneak attack. 15 points of damage.
He dies and goes flying.
And then I'm going to spend
Smacks
the rest of my
him over the
movement
head.
to go back over here. And I'm going to try to hide from whatever's going to be coming down
Before
this
you
hallway.
move away, I like tap on your shoulder. I'm like, it might not be a good idea to stay here much longer.
Where's Zentar? Entar. Here to leave?
He
He's
is.
still here.
He's here. We'll put him in. Where's a good character here? Here he is. He's standing in the back of the way. Back that way.
Okay.
Okay. Who's next?
I'll run. So I'll run back over there. So always staying, always running, and then I will hide. I'll bonus action hide.
Hi.
Saren, I need a heal.
A natural 20. Dice clear.
Very stealthy.
I'm gonna move up. Oh man. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Uh-oh.
do it.
These aren't people. These are demons.
I'm going to clutch my fist and close my eyes, raise my hand in the air, and say, Mithra, I need your help. Protect my friends. And I'm going to cast 5-foot radius to hit all of those guys, anyone in that tunnel.
Okay.
Moonbeam.
Oh no! He's doing it.
The con save 14. If they're shape changers, they have disadvantage.
Oh my god.
They take half damage.
Are they shape changers?
They are
I
not
know the
shape
big one
changers
was.
yet.
Okay. Yes.
What was my save?
14.
14
Con.
dex?
Con.
Okay, so 4 made it, 2 have missed it.
They take half damage if they made it.
Okay. How much?
It is 10 radiant damage.
Okay. Doesn't seem to have any additional.
And when the spell goes off,
Effect.
you can kind of see Saren doesn't know what he did. He kind of just thinks, I'm praying to get help from my god, and this happened.
Interesting.
But the beam of light, of moonlight, is steady. It doesn't go away. It's still there.
One of them dies. The one that was digging dies and goes thrown back. Actually, you forgot. I didn't roll one. 7 of them there. Okay, he missed it. Okay, he's looking pretty bad. Okay, first death for Saren.
First kill for Saren.
He wouldn't even see it. Just like it just goes and flies
Yeah.
away.
Okay, next.
I'm just gonna ready a. I'm just gonna attack as soon as I see something come towards me.
Okay. So, it's midnight. Do you want to call it here? We're gonna call it here, but we're gonna end it with.
I will say, the start of their turn, they take that. They have to make the save again.
What's with these? What's with these spells?
Mine lasts a minute. At the start of their turn, if they're in it or when they enter it, it goes. They have to make.
So
the
they're
save,
gonna get blasted.
So they get double blasted.
One
Yeah.
second later, they get blown away. And then they have to walk back into it to keep digging.
Okay. Give me. Do I make the save again?
Yeah. Con
Give
save
me
14.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shenanigans.
I guess it should just be on their when they start their turn, because it's when they enter the spells area, or on their first, or on they enter it if they start their turn.
Well, when the
in it.
spell comes down, they enter it, and then at the start of their turn, it goes off again.
The wording on enter it means that they like walk into it, not that they are in it.
Well, like wall of fire hits everything that it's touching.
Some DM call, but
on their turn though, it hits. It doesn't hit.
Right.
Otherwise, it's like double. It's double. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I took the damage
That-
and then it's doing it again. Read
Yeah,
it to
it's
me.
supposed to be on the when a creature enters the spells area for the first time on a turn,
Think about it.
or
Like
starts its turn there.
they're about to get blown out of it, and they're gonna have to walk back into it. So
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't go off when you cast it and you set the storm up or whatever, and then at the start of the turn is when it goes off.
yeah,
That's how most of those kinds of spells work. Otherwise, it's a double whammy. Or so when they enter it, or walk, or
When they
start
enter
the
it for
turn.
the first time on its turn, or start their turn in it. Yeah.
Okay, so they'll take the damage at the start of the turn. Then they're also getting blown around by the wind.
yep.
We'll end it here because this might last a little longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been asking if we should leave. Yeah. Also, I gotta get up really early.
So you will end this on Krog. You see.
Uh-oh.
Whoops, he went through the wall, went through the floor. You see 4 more of these guys. They come around the corner and then charge at you.
Okay.
If I can get them actually in the spot. Oh, there's a wall up there. And that's where we'll end. So you got 4 more of them coming from that side. They seem to be walking kind of slow, and as soon as they turn that corner, they charged at Krog there. Well, the ones that can reach him.
Okay.
I got one there, and there. Okay, that's where we will end it.
All right.
With the most
Okey
annoying
dokey.
fight I've ever been in. Thanks, Eric.
Your choice. Hey, you know what? I feel like I'm saving the day right now.
You probably are. I thought we were gonna have a dead Zarik, but
He learned.
He learned.
He ran this time.
he almost didn't. I'm doing that when they're away. I was excited, David. You had
I
me.
know. I was waiting. I was like, okay, we get here, and he tries to sneak out, and he's like, no, I did that while they were gone. Hey. Oh, dang.
Nice.
All right, we'll be back next Thursday.
Thursday.
On time again.
Hey.
Yeah.
Don't forget, podcast tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Rules, Jules, D&D Schools, YouTube channel, or on whatever podcasting app you
Is it
like.
going to be on the YouTube channel this time? Because I know there was a bit of a delay, and I wasn't happy about it.
One time. It's been up at the right time the last 2 times.
I was considering getting rid of my subscription.
Considering maybe I shouldn't subscribe here to this
Shouldn't subscribe to
free
this.
thing that's happening.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought about getting off of that free tier Patreon.
Bye.
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 Yeah.
Bye.